Hello, everyone. Long time to see to
Hi,
both
guys.
of you guys, or last night, whichever way you look at it. How are you guys?
Good.
Awesome. So it looks like several people have come in. Hello, Leanna. Leanna's here.
Hi.
Sheridan, I'm so glad you were able to make it. Sheridan's from the Discord.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hi.
Book Lover, hello. I don't know if you want us to call you Book Lover or if you want to tell us your name so I don't just say Book Lover, which I'm fine
That's what
with.
she is. Yeah, that's what she is in the Discord too.
Yeah, whichever you prefer. It's okay. Storm, hello. Cajun Peach is here. Hello. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning. Sherry's here. Hello, Sherry. Stephanie, Susan H. Hello, Sophia. Sophia, my mug today is library inspired, so you know.
Oh, nice.
So
It
cute.
says, I don't know if you can see it. It says date due
Yeah.
at the top, and
It's like the
cards.
old school. Yeah.
Yeah, the old cards
Love
that I used to.
Love that.
So I just wanted to share that with you. Hi, Dream. Stephanie G. Hello. Leslie, gotcha. Oh, I like your profile. Did you just change that?
I think so.
I think she just made a channel. For
Okay,
the
I was
discussion.
like,
I like it.
I like it too. Yeah.
yeah, it's very
There's
cute.
a lot of people here. I know a lot of people were excited to discuss the book. I was seeing in the Discord.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't know, I just finished it like a half hour ago, so it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, I really enjoy the mug too. A friend of mine got that for me and I love it. Yes, it's fantastic. All right. So do we want to start with ratings of Hummus and Homicide? So this is our first series read along. This was book 1. We will do book 2 next month and subsequently each month until we get to book 5, which is the last book in the series. So that'll be December, and the December book is a holiday book. So it works out perfect for a series read along.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to wait until like 10 after to discuss it? Because maybe some people aren't jumping on yet.
As they come in, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we could do ratings now. Yeah.
But we'll wait to actually chat about it.
Just in case people, and let me put in the Discord too that we're live.
And I have a few people I need to read their comments from Discord.
Yeah.
That sent me that just couldn't make it. So I know I have at least one, but I might have a couple more. I can't remember. I need to look through my stuff so I don't forget anybody. Leslie said, love the mug as well. I have a banned book mug. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, you ain't a kidding. I'm the worst at that, keeping the thoughts to myself. I was like, even when Junebug was like, who do I tell? I was like, me, tell me.
And some people could technically didn't keep their thoughts to themselves because they said their ratings.
Yep. I saw that.
Well,
I know. I saw
not discussing the book. It's just, hey, you liked it or you didn't.
Yeah. I saw yesterday that Elizabeth was listening to the audiobook, so hopefully she can join us.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I think she said something about joining us maybe at some point. So,
well, she hasn't been here in a while, and that she was saying that she was reading it in the Discord. So I was like, oh, because I had told her about it on her video, and she goes, yeah, I might be able to join in. And then she was reading it. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
So of everyone here, did you all read it besides Sophia? Because she can't pull herself away from Megalyn. So hopefully we give her FOMO and make her want to read it, which always happens with Sophia. So
True.
And since it's a read along, she can just jump right in and read number 2 right after.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can't be left out for 5 months. You got to join in.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe next month she reads 1 and 2, and then she's with us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Let us know, like Cozy said, if you're in the chat, let us know if you read it, finished it, and all that, and your ratings. And then we'll kind of maybe wait till another 5 minutes to start discussing the book. But Lee, what did you rate this book?
I rated this 3 stars.
3 stars?
Not because I didn't like it. That's just good for me. It's a start.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should also say what my slight complaint was now.
Sure.
have a sable sighting, not a
Cozies.
not a poppy sighting, a sable sighting.
Right.
I gotta move her.
So because I listened to it on audio, I want to say one, that is not an accurate Wildwood, New Jersey accent. Number two, I just find it very unbelievable that the mother came from a Middle Eastern country when she was 21 years old and doesn't have a foreign accent at all. That's it. That was just my little critique as far as the audio, because the father did have a bit of an accent, and they both came here when they were 21.
Is it because the narrator she didn't have an accent to you? Because the narrator did give her one?
He didn't use one for the mother.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, the narrator. Because in my head, when I'm reading it, I'm hearing them with accents because I read it.
Well,
because the narrator did it, it made you think she didn't have. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that was it. And I'm just like, if you came here when you were 21 from the Middle East, you'd have a strong accent.
For sure.
Gotcha.
That
That's why I always say read ebook, which you guys have to now. There's no audiobooks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So this was a reread for me because I read the first one a couple years ago. I rated it 5 stars the first time. And although I usually give out decent ratings, I don't give out a lot of 1s or 2s because I think we talked about last night. I know what I like.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually stick with 3s or 4s. It takes a lot to get a 5 from me. And the first time I read it, I gave it a 5. And this time, I also gave it a 5. Okay. I liked it just as much the second time around. I really, really like this series. And we'll get into more like of a discussion later, but there were things that just hit the spot for me. Cozy, what did you rate this book that you finished?
Last night when I was like 60%, it was heading towards a 5. I gave it a 4.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why when we get to it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Some people
put their cherries. Wow.
Their thoughts in.
Oh, there is Elizabeth. I was just wondering if you would make it. Awesome.
Susan H said, sorry, didn't get it read. No problem, Susan. It's okay. Woo, Stephanie said 5 stars. Loved it. Hello, Lizzie. Or Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Books. I loved it and rated it 5 stars. So did I. Excellent. We're so glad you're here. We were just saying that we thought maybe you would be in. And here you are. We like conjured it up or something. Cajun Peach said 4 stars. Stephanie said the cattail because we were seeing Sable's. It was cattail.
That's dangerous because she jumps on the computer. So hopefully she can come back in.
Sheridan said she gave it 5 stars and loved it. Excellent. I'm glad to see a lot of people are enjoying it. 3 stars. I felt the murder really came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I can understand that. Finished it. 4.5 stars. Nice. From Leanna. That was Leanna. Leslie said 3 stars for me as well. Nice. My opinion is going to be very unpopular. I DNF'd it. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm surprised because you don't really DNF, do you, Sherry? I don't know. And then Dream did too.
Because right below it, Dream said.
And how far did you guys get into it before you DNF'd it?
Melinda said, hello, Melinda. It's good to see you. She said, I love this book, except for the ending. Because of this, I gave it 4 stars.
That's pretty much.
I think that's where it'll get a lot of people. If they're if they were really loving it and they were like kind of at a 5 star, I think the ending is what's going to bring it down if that's what they did.
My interpretation of the ending is going to be different than everybody else's, I think. So
all right. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Storm said 3 stars.
Which is good for Storm for a food cozy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, hold on. I lost my
first book too.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
And for first cozy to give 3 stars for a first book too.
Yeah, that's just normal.
I mean, Storm. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Cheryl said, hi, everyone. I'm late, but I'm here. It's good to see you, Cheryl. She said, which book are you discussing? We're discussing Hummus and Homicide by Tina Kashian. It's the first book in the Kitchen Kebab series. If I don't say much in the chat, I'm rearranging books while I'm listening. Got to multitask, With as much as you read and as much as like all that's, I can't imagine you not ever just not multitasking. Like I picture you multitasking as you're sleeping, to be honest with you.
For everything.
If she sleeps.
Right. Stephanie G said 4 stars. I do DNF a lot. I read to the halfway point. It'll
Okay.
be interesting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie says, hello, Cheryl. I got a little over 20%. I can't wait to hear the people that DNF what they read.
Because 20% isn't enough for me, but 50% I was loving it. So that's interesting. I want to hear why she DNF'd it at 50.
I actually suspected the murderer kind of early, but I still loved it. I liked the setting and characters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. I was bored at the beginning. It took a while for me to get into it. Gotcha, Storm. Bev said, hello, everyone. I just got home from hurricane shopping.
Stay safe.
Well, yes, I'm glad that you got yourself prepared, and we're all going to keep our fingers crossed that we don't need to worry about it. But I'm glad that you're.
Is a hurricane heavy rain and wind? Is that what that one is? Okay.
Yeah. That could amount to nothing.
Yeah.
It easily does.
It can die down right before, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's saying hello. Hello. All right. So it's about almost quarter after. I feel like we can start kind of discussing it. I don't know if I really want to use that cow pile thing as opposed to just discussing it.
It dissects it too much.
So, but I will ask about certain ones because I do think that like you have to discuss the characters and you have to discuss the setting in a cozy. Otherwise, like what, you know what I'm saying? So what did y'all think of that? Of the characters, of the setting? I will say for me, one of the reasons I gave it 5 stars is because I have a thing for, you guys are not going to be shocked by this. I have a thing for carnivals. I have a thing for fairs. I have a thing for like boardwalk type of things. And I just picture that in my head. And so the location of it is like a big hit for me. And I love not just food cozies, but I really love like family restaurant cozies where the whole family is involved and you see that dynamic. And it's just something that's like I said, a lot of these things hit the spot for me. And I liked a lot of the characters. But I'll go more into the characters later. But what do y'all think of the setting first? I'll be really interested to hear Lee because it's in New Jersey and Lee's from New Jersey. So
I really like the setting because I love food cozies and restaurant cozies and not getting into the characters in detail, but sometimes bigger families annoy me just because you have this stereotypical like overbearing mom and like all the eccentric bubble. So this wasn't a huge family aspect. It was, nice and centered. And the mom was a little pushy, but not much. I could easily picture the scenes in my head in the restaurant. And I love the details they went into with the food. So the setting I really enjoyed.
Me too.
Well, yeah, I was excited to read this because it takes place in New Jersey. So I was just curious, like what's it going to be like? Where particularly in Jersey? I knew at the Jersey Shore, but it was easy to spot exactly where they were talking about. I'm like, okay, this is modeled after Wildwood, New Jersey. I did like that. I mean, it kind of made me excited to be like, oh, this would be interesting if there was something like this on the boardwalk, because the boardwalks are typically, let me just say, as recently having just gone last weekend down the shore, they are building up a lot more. It was usually just, hot dogs, pizza, funnel cake type of things. They are adding more different things. So I was excited to see this. I'm like, oh, that would be kind of cool if they did have this. I did see that, I think it was Stephanie said like she wanted hummus the entire time. I did as well.
Me too.
Oh, but I like that. This was an interesting setting, and I kind of wish that they did have more of this. That is the family restaurant dynamic is a big thing here. So
I was gonna say, is that a thing? Like the old family restaurants? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Jersey's known more for their Italian restaurants and that type of thing, but very similar.
I've read an Italian series set in Jersey, which is good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And particularly like when they were describing like all the different kinds of hummus, because I would prefer to snack all day long than eat one meal.
Yeah.
Like I am a snacker. Yeah. And even like when I say that, like I am huge into like taking like one of those boards and putting cheese and fruit and nuts and
the
like
charcuterie boards or whatever.
Yeah. And like, I mean, like I would do that over a meal any day. I love it. When we go to restaurants that have like appetizers that are like that, I'm totally into it. Or cheese plates. And I love hummus. So when she was describing all the different kinds of hummus, oh my gosh, I was so like.
And the fresh baked pita bread. Yeah.
The only thing that got me was I'm not a big
You
buffet
actually
person.
licked your lips.
It sounds so good. The only thing was the concept in my head of the hummus buffet, only because
Nowadays.
I have a germ thing about buffets, but that's just like a personal thing. But just the thought of having all those to be able to try, if you could do like a sampler oh gosh, the whole time I was craving hummus and pita bread. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
And hummus is normally cold. I've never had it hot. Is it normally warm?
I've never had it hot.
Okay. So it's a cold bar. I was trying to picture that in my head. If like, cause she'd make it fresh and she'd put it in the fridge. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was just talking about. I'm so behind in my reading, so I didn't read this book. I'm looking forward to hearing about it, though. I don't mind spoilers.
This is a series read along. So we're going to be reading book 2 next month, 3, 4, 5, so on. It's 5 books till to the end of December. So if you want to read this and next month, read book 2.
Then you'll be caught up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Melinda said, I really liked the characters. This setting was because I felt like I was there.
Yeah, I did put you in it. Yeah.
I thought she did a really good job with like making you feel like you were there. I do agree with that. I do
hope there's more town in the future, because she did go to the coffee shop and she went to the Ferris wheel, like the carnival, like once. But there wasn't that much town, and there wasn't any of her, which I've noticed in restaurant ones, they do this. There wasn't any of her home life. She was staying with her friends, but it was never her just at home. It was always her at the restaurant, which I like to see them. I like to see them in their personal life too, like when they're not just at work. So,
Elizabeth Tiffany, have you read Death by Dumpling? That's a family restaurant cozy. I have just the first one, and I really, really liked it. That's the Vivian Chen one, right?
Yeah, I like that series a lot. Yeah.
And I didn't like it because the audiobook took me out of it. So I think if I read it on ebook, I might enjoy it more.
I think it's only up to 3 on audio, and they haven't done any more. So
I only read the first one, and I was like, meh. But I do want to try it on ebook.
And I read it in actual physical form, so it's been a little bit of time. But I really didn't. I really enjoyed it. Yes, I just have a thing for family restaurants. I really just have a thing for big families. But because I love the culinary cozies, it's like this great combination for me.
Now you need to read The Italian Kitchen by Rosie Genova. It's on ebook, but my library has it. So
I think I had that as one of my picks one time, and you had already read it.
Yeah, and it's not available on audiobook anywhere either. But yeah.
Sucks.
You'd like the family aspect in that one.
Yes, that's the Italian Kitchen. Because I feel like I could get that mixed up with, what was the one we did a knockout book of?
The I don't know the series name, but it was the Catherine Bruns one.
Catherine Bruns.
Yeah, it was an Italian something.
Yeah, I can't. But it's also kind of the same thing. It took place in New Jersey, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I feel like it was New Jersey. I can't.
Maybe that's just like stereotypical.
Well, I think that Catherine Bruns lives there. I think she lives in like maybe New Jersey, New Yorkish area. I'm pretty sure. Her other series, the Cookies the Cookies and Chance series, I feel like it's in New York. Something like that.
Yeah, Penne Dreadful. I just don't remember the series name for some reason.
Melinda says she's also a hummus lover. Yes. I enjoyed the characters. And the food made me so hungry. Yes. Hello.
I really want to try baklava.
Rosie, are you talking about Murder in Marinara, an Italian kitchen street? Because I have that on my TBR too. So
yeah, okay. I really liked book 1 and 2. Book 3, I wasn't a huge fan of, but that's just me.
Okay.
Susan G, it's good to see you. Elizabeth said, Miss Richard reads me too. I really want some hummus. It made me hungry. Yeah. I've been craving hummus ever since. LOL, love the setting. Different than other cozies I've read. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it was a fun location too, because you don't get a lot of New Jersey cozies. I mean, maybe in the future, but as of now, I mean, there's a few, don't get me wrong, but like, there's not as many as a lot of other states that are saturated, I feel like.
But I want to see like suburbs, New Jersey. Is there like regular neighborhoods too? It's like not all on like the beach, right? So yeah, it's like it's a big state. There's different areas. Well, not a big state, but there's different areas.
Small, but yes,
yeah, it's one of the smallest.
Shore, mountains, country.
Just like California, you have all different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see like a suburb like New Jersey series, which there might be.
Is there like multiple boardwalks?
Tons of them, yeah.
Yeah. Is there, and then the Jersey Shore one's probably the best well known, is that right?
That's the most. Then when they're saying the Jersey Shore, like as in the TV show, they're talking about Seaside Heights.
Well, I've never seen the show, but I mean, just like when you think about the boardwalk in New Jersey, is the Jersey Shore one the like most well known, or no, not necessarily?
I feel like it depends where you grew up, what ones you go to. There's Wildwood, which is where this one takes place. There's like Long Beach Island, there's Ocean City, Seaside, and then a few other smaller ones. Wildwood and Seaside Heights are probably the most well-known when you're saying Jersey Shore.
So, so you could live in any of those areas and you'd still call it the Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
Probably.
So we were just talking about like Boardwalk Empire. That was in New Jersey, right?
That was Atlantic City, yeah.
Okay.
Which is a boardwalk, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that would be a very popular one, but nobody here would consider that going to the shore.
Okay, because that's actually the one I would think of above anything. Because I've never seen the Jersey Shore, like the TV show you're talking about. I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, you're not missing.
I'm not a reality fan. Like I have my own reality, like, and that's enough for me. I'm not trying to worry about somebody else's life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I think of like New Jersey Boardwalk, not necessarily the shore, but just New Jersey Boardwalk in my head, I would think of Atlantic City. As somebody who's not from New Jersey, I'm just saying like from an outside perspective anyways, for me.
Let me be clear. So like Storm just said it, calls it the shore. So that would be anywhere else us saying, I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
We would just say, I'm going down the shore.
Okay.
And it's always down the shore, no matter where you live, even if you have to go north, it's still down the shore. And so, yeah, Atlantic City would just be, I'm going to AC. That's just known. That's what it is. Outside of the casinos, the boardwalk is very shady. Nobody's going to the beach there. You don't really want to go at night. It's very shady type of place. Actually, just outside of the casinos, it's very shady. You're most likely to get robbed or come across some sort of encounter. You don't want to do that.
Wow.
So that would not be the place you would want to go to have a good time other than the casinos.
So I was wondering,
you can go to the boardwalk at Atlantic City during the daytime, and it's fun and it's old timey. There's like a lot of like 20s-ish, 30s-ish.
Ooh, that's awesome.
But that's it. Like nobody's going to the beach there.
I don't care about the beach, but the 20s and 30s like boardwalk
stuff like that. Yeah.
I was gonna ask if this is an actual thing. How the neighbors next door were mobsters. Like, is that a thing? Like, are there mobsters? Yeah.
The thing is, so like I think the term of going down the shore is because most people live up north, and that was like your little mini vacation was going down the shore. And yeah, to be up in the northern part of, and I don't live super north, but like once you get like my area and more up north, the airport, Newark Airport, that area, yeah, it wouldn't be unusual to have like a mobster neighbor like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And people just know it and they just.
It's life. Yeah. What are like you're not going to say anything, obviously. You're just going to keep it up, but yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I loved the family aspect too, Stephanie. I totally agree. Sherry said, I don't like hummus at all. Oh, so all the food discussion was not my cup of tea. Gotcha.
I read culinary cozies all the time where I don't care about the food, but I still just enjoy it for some reason.
I like hearing people talk about how they're preparing it and like that type of thing too.
I like all the details. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hustle and bustle.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I like learning about the process, whatever it may be, and all that. I do too. And the baklava did sound delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. Cozy, I hope that you get to try it sometime and tell us what you think, because it's delicious. But all the baklava I've had does have pistachios in it, or ground.
Yeah, and there's also ground walnuts. So
interesting.
I wish you wouldn't have left, Nancy, because I wanted to talk to you about the murderer part. She said it came out of nowhere, and I had the exact opposite.
Oh
like
no.
who the murderer was. Yeah.
Nancy said, I'm going to have to leave early. I'm sorry, but I'll just say I felt that the ending was what brought it down. I loved the food and the cultural aspect, but the murder, not so much. Gotcha, Nancy. If you're still here, have a wonderful day. If you're not, have a wonderful day.
Right.
Like, Jarrett, I'm totally into appetizers.
Me too.
My meal. Oh, you're after my heart, Leah Jarrett. I love it.
A lot of times if I go someplace with my sister to eat, it's just like, let's just get a bunch of appetizers, you know?
Oh, so good.
Which nowadays are just expensive as the meal. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, appetizers are just anything like that's like, oh, so up my alley.
When they have the samplers.
Yes.
When I first got my air fryer, we did like, we like went on this like trying to find recipes of what we liked, but we did all of these like crazy appetizers. Like,
that's all my air fryers
and
for.
crab rangoon and what did I can't remember all what I made. Oh, I made these little stuffed potato like I made a ton of different things. But they were all like appetizers.
So good.
Oh, so good.
You guys all make me want to get an air fryer. Everybody says I should.
I love my air fryer. I use it all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
I make everything in it.
A lot of people do recipes. I haven't really done recipes, but like heating up like frozen French fries. You don't have to have don't add any oil. They taste amazing. Like reheating up food. Like I'll reheat up like a slice of pizza. It makes it taste like it's fresh. And I do like vegetables. You put vegetables in there. I use it for a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do a lot of like simple recipes in it. Like I looked up recipes for the air fryer and stuff. But my favorite is like almost like a calzone type of thing, but you can stuff it with anything. So you make a dough and then, but like I've done like taco meat pies and with like refried beans and cheese and then folded it over and like fried those. I've done it with like meatballs in the dough. I've done like anything, ham and cheese. I've done those and they taste, I love it.
My mother-in-law swears it's the best steak she ever had. I'm like, really? Steak?
Wow.
She says it's better than the grill.
I've never had steak in it. I've never done anything like that, but I like pork chops in it. Like the thin pork chops. I've never tried the thick, but the thin pork chops and like we'll like bread them.
And it cooks really fast.
They crisp up really, really nice. And I love vegetables in it. All
I've had is like sweet potatoes fries at like somebody's house or something. Like that's the only thing I've had. So
now we're getting off on this.
Yes. Okay, we're back on it. I've never eaten it warm. Okay. I didn't even know that they did that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but for some reason in my head I was picturing it being warm. They probably had ice under the buffet and stuff.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Kairu's coming in from the groomers. The door just opened. He might be a little crazy.
Did he get a haircut or just his nails done?
He's short haired, so he didn't get a haircut, but he got a bath and his teeth brushed and his nails clipped.
Cute.
And his ears, I don't know, they do something with his ears. So he might be a little spastic. Linda said, I don't eat from buffets or either. Allergies and germs. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a weird, I might just do that. Cool. Join us, show. That would be awesome.
I think that's the fun part about this. If you are a little behind, in 2 months, you can just read and catch right up and be part of it.
Yeah, I agree. Cajun said, I like the setting. The area is one that's new to me. The area is a new one to me to read about, and I felt it very real, and I could picture it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Large families are allowed, not for me. Oh, well, I'm a hummus person. Oh,
yeah, I don't like large families, but there was only the mom, the dad, and like the sister, and sometimes the brother. Like it wasn't a huge. Like,
you might not like the Meg Langslow.
Well, the Meg Lanslow, the only thing is I could not keep up what was happening. There was like 3 weddings. It was like all over the place. So I don't know. I just need to continue. I do love family aspects. It's just I don't like when the characters are over the top. Like every character is over the top. There's like one eccentric. Yeah.
You might not like the Meg Langslow, the further one, because I mean, honestly, maybe you will. I hope you will, but it might not be the series for you. At Storm Reads, I'm not a people person. I'd rather be by myself than in a large family. Storm says thumbs up. She agrees. I checked out the Rosie Geneva book and I hope to get to it soon. That's awesome, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Hello, Kairu.
I think I like this one better. I don't remember. See, I read it in January and I don't even remember the details of it. I read the whole trilogy in January. No, February. One of the two.
Melinda said non-franchise restaurants. We prefer to eat at those like family restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat anywhere, but I like both. I just like trying different and new things.
Mm-hmm.
Penny Dreadful. That's the book we were talking about. Jared said, my brother is liking us reading food cozy mysteries. I would bring home hummus and pita while reading and order Filipino food while listening to Arsenic and Adobo. Well, I'm glad
continue reading them.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, he's got 4 more months of good food coming his way, it sounds like. He's not a big reader, but he's a big eater. Well, I'm glad he's happy. Cajun said, Mr. Richards reads, that's a cute title. Oh, The Penny Dreadful. Yeah. We read that for Cajun. We read that for one of our knockouts.
The first one.
Hi, Kairu. Come on, buddy.
I want to talk about the killer part.
Yes. All right. So, well, first, what'd y'all think of the characters?
Good. Didn't form a strong connection with the main character, but I think I'm gonna like her. I knew going into it that she's gonna end up running the family business, like, of course, just you can guess that. The family was fine. The best friend was okay. I don't like the idea that there could be a love triangle. Like, so her high school sweetheart, whatever. I don't really have a strong opinion about him. Like, I could take him or leave him right now. But then out of nowhere, there's the next door neighbor's mob boss's son and takes her on the motorcycle. So I'm like, I don't want there to be a love triangle. There might be.
I will tell you, I'm not spoiling anything.
Okay.
But just like you kind of did with the cupcake, I will tell you, this one works itself out pretty quick.
Okay, good. Okay.
There might be one more book where they're not sure, but it does not go very far.
Okay. I didn't have a strong, I didn't have enough time to I didn't fall in love with the characters, but I didn't dislike them. So
I felt about the same way. For me, although I enjoyed all the characters, there was none that were like over the top that I didn't like. The sister kind of annoyed me. Yeah. But she wasn't over the top, like a Natasha from Domestic Diva or something like that. But it was much more the setting that sold me more than the characters. I know how the love triangle turns out, and I liked both the guys, which is kind of not normal for me. I'm usually one or the other. But I'm really interested, Lee, what did you think of the characters?
I did enjoy most of the characters. For her first book, just getting to know them, I agree with you. The sister was a little annoying, but she was supposed to be, was that like that little I've been here the whole time type
older
of thing.
Sister type of thing.
Yeah, which is fine. That's fine. But I did look at my notes and I did right here. I don't want the love triangle. I think I would have preferred her with Mike instead of Azad. I think that was his name. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I think it's gonna go the other way, but
well, it's like you have the high school sweetheart, good with the family. And then you have the bad boy mobster's son who rides a motorcycle. So it's like bad boy next door and that.
But I felt like he was so nice to her, though.
Yeah. But then my issue was you didn't get to know him enough to form an opinion. I was like, oh, that's like stereotypical, like, oh, let's give her a bad boy. But you didn't really get to know him. So in the next book, I might end up liking him because
I felt that it was very like the ex-boyfriend was the very typical, like, oh, of course he's done all these amazing things.
I want you back.
And the family loves him. And, and I want you back. I've been pining away for you the whole time. Yeah. I've never dated anyone else. It's like, oh, shut up. Come on. Like, move on with your life. Come on.
I didn't want her to be with any one of them. So I was happy she didn't make a choice in number one.
I don't want to say too much because I don't know how much further along. I don't want to say anything that's a spoiler, but I do agree with what you were just saying about the high school sweetheart. especially like, the parents love him. He's going to take over their restaurant because they just think he's the most wonderful boy on earth, and all those things. It's just kind of.
And I think that was also coupled with I don't want to say what book I just read, but there was a very similar situation that went on in that book. And I'm like, oh man, if it's one after the other, we got to go back to our hometown. And this guy's been waiting for me forever. It's like, no, just stop.
Well, I think for me, the reason that I didn't like at least the part, like I said, about, the parents thinking he's the greatest boy on earth. Not that. It's the fact that I know, and I love my parents dearly. My father's deceased, but I mean, I loved but like, I would have went the exact opposite way just out of spite. And so I'm always like, that's not realistic. I mean, maybe not if she's an adult, maybe I think of that, like, it was like more of a high school thing. Like if they, I think as an adult, I would have just chose who I liked better. But like, I keep thinking, I'm like, man, I would have just went the other way if my mom was going on nonstop about this.
Right.
Yeah. And then the mom being pushy. She wasn't too pushy. That's the thing. Like when Storm talks about the Amish candy series, it makes me not want to go back to it because I do not want the mom every 2 seconds to be like, you guys need to get married,
right?
Have grandkids. And like, so I was happy she was a little bit, but not over the top. I didn't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Amish candy shop one, she is way over the top.
Yeah. And that's, I know Tiffany loves it, but that's like making me not even want to go back to it when I hear Storm talk about it.
Yeah, she definitely Juliet, that's her name.
Yeah.
She definitely is way over the top pushy. Let's just say that. Baklava is so good. Ooh. My favorite Greek dip is, I don't know if
garam masala,
like caviar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds like about the what I'm gonna say is the pronunciation what Lee just said. I'll try anything, at least
lots
try
of
it.
A's.
Yeah, at first when I first glimpse at it, I thought you were saying something about a tarantula. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was above it, I wasn't really looking at it full on. I just in my head. So I'm glad it's not that. My mom's family always went to Wildwood. Cool.
Nice.
My friend just calls it The Shore. Love the book and can't wait to start the next one. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to start the next one.
Sherry said, I really don't eat cupcakes, but love the cupcake series.
That's what I was talking about. Like if I'm not into the food, I still like reading about it.
So while I'm kind of going, I love Abby's for supper. Yeah. Appetizers are best anytime. I know Cozy wants to talk about the murder. Cozy, what did you think? I know you think your opinion is going to be, but tell us what you thought.
Okay, so the murderer being the health inspector, I thought that was good. It made a lot of sense. I suspected the murderer right away, like instantly, and then I never suspected anybody else. And I was hoping it wouldn't go the way I thought it would, with it being Al. But if it would have went a different way, it would have come out of left field. But I feel like a lot of people probably thought this came out of nowhere just because, and this is only from me reading so many cozies. So sometimes the authors will put somebody at the scene, but you don't suspect them because they're close to the family. He seemingly has no connection to Heather. Like, why would he be connected to her? But he's conveniently there at the delivery. He's worked with the family for years, decades. She never once suspected him, I don't believe. And then as soon as they mentioned apricots with the cyanide, I'm like, yep, it's him. And then at the ending was very abrupt. And of course, so as soon as she said, Azad put the knife down, I'm like, okay, so someone's going to come in and grab the knife. Like I was predicting it scene by scene. And so the guy walks in, I'm like, yep, it's Al, the food delivery guy. And when she said, you murdered Heather, he just instantly started talking about it. Like he didn't try to deny it or put up any fight. And the connection, you find out that his long lost son was his fiance, and it just happened very fast out of nowhere, but it didn't surprise me. So if it surprised me, I probably would have liked it more, but it just, the pacing of that scene and it just being exactly who I thought it was, and me like laying out that whole scene right there just dropped down my enjoyment of it. But I could see how people, because I had seen some people in the Discord say, whoa, I didn't see that twist coming. And like Nancy said, it came out of nowhere to her. So I could see it like people loving that scene, or I could see people not liking, but to me it was just too predictable in that area. So
you said something that I wanted to say something about. I think, okay, two things. I think that since I never suspect who the murderer is.
You didn't even on this one?
No, but I got to tell you, I really read the mysteries as secondary. I mean, I enjoy the mystery, but I'm really never trying to like figure. I mean, not that I'm not trying to figure out, but I'm not like, ooh, is that a clue? Is that a clue? Like, I just read for enjoyment, and you know,
I don't either. But if it jumps out at me, sometimes it jumps out at me, and sometimes I'll like get into it. But no, normally I don't even care. I'm not even trying to solve it. Yeah.
But I will say, so I had put it up on Goodreads that I was finished with the book, and I didn't re-rate it, but I'd already rated it from a couple years ago. And so somebody saw 5 stars. Can't remember who it was. I don't think it's somebody that's in the Discord, but they said, check out my review and why I gave it 4 stars. So I did. I didn't catch this, but the thing that she said was, I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but she said they wouldn't have had the same last name if they were long lost. If it was his long lost son, like why would they have had the same last name? Because the I can't remember what else she said, but I didn't notice it.
Well, the mother, his name was Paul Evans. He was a writer, so that was his pseudonym. And it wasn't until she got to the hospital that she saw on his bracelet it was like Basher's or something. Yeah. And then she gets to the restaurant, she sees the invoice and it says Al Basher. So then she connects it. But the reason he had the last name, I'm just thinking, the mom said the stepdad told him, Paul, that the mom told her that his dad was dead. So she just gave him that name because she knew that was the dad, but she never expected him to like go look for him because she thought he was dead. So, but yeah, no, and the whole time his name was Paul Evans. So, and you never learned Al's last name till the very last second.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I didn't question it too much because I think like what was said makes sense, like what you're repeating. But so, anyway, somebody else had said that, and I'm like,
yeah. Like, were you guys surprised in the chat because it was a lot of times they don't put it someone close, like your delivery guy for 20 years. You know, you trust him. Like, did you see it come in, Lee?
In the scene when he put down the knife and Al comes in, but I actually liked that twist.
Oh, okay.
So
I could see people liking it, but just because I knew it from like the very beginning, I
was just like,
I know some people liked it, and then Nancy said it came out of nowhere and it shocked her, so she didn't like. Because she said I think Nancy thinks it didn't make sense just because, and that's the thing is like she was very amateur sleuth in this, like she wasn't even 100% in it, like, and so there wasn't a lot of suspects. She was only focusing on the people that were connected to Heather, which is what you normally would do.
Right.
So there had to be somebody there when it happened or somebody close to her. It's not going to be just some random person. So I would think everybody would suspect Al at some point, but maybe not. Maybe that's just my brain just works like that because I know authors try to trick you like that sometimes.
Yeah, I thought that normally I do often find this with the cozy mystery that the connection, I'm just like, no one was thinking about that. You didn't even really make it make sense, but I'm not in cozies for the mystery. I'm in it for the town and all the other stuff. So I was like, this one was actually made sense to me, where I guess maybe people would think because it was the long lost son or whatever. I actually thought that, I mean, while maybe not absolutely believable, yes, there's an actual connection. So I got that one.
Oh, the connection of why it was good. I just who the murderer wasn't good for me. But yeah, the connection of being the son and how she saw the bracelet at the hospital, like that part was cool.
Right.
But not the other part, yeah.
And it's all I cook in as our oven is broke. I love the air fryer. Yeah. I've only had hummus once or twice in my life, but I think I liked it. Don't remember. It's yummy.
It has a very distinct, like sour, bitter, but not like taste, like the aftertaste. I can't describe it. It's good though.
I also think like a lot of the flavoring also makes it too, like what you add to it.
See, I've never like had actual plain hummus because I always get the garlic or the spicy or the roasted red pepper is my favorite. I've never tried like actual plain hummus. They had some interesting
but I like
flavors.
this. But I like the flavor too. My favorite, I think, is I like this olive tapenade hummus. Oh, so
Me
good.
too.
Yeah, and they had a lot of unique flavors. They had like 12 flavors in there. Yeah. They even had a sweet one with the apricot where the cyanide happened.
Yeah.
I've had a chocolate hummus. Have you guys ever had chocolate hummus?
I've heard of it, but no.
It's okay, but
you still have the chickpea flavor to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I just prefer the savory hummus. The only character I liked was her dad, Sherry said. Sherry, okay, now it's time. Tell us why you DNF'd it. Dream, tell us why you DNF'd it. Really want to hear.
Oh, I see one thing down there. Sherry says she didn't like Lucy at all.
She
couldn't tell you why, and the mom annoyed her, she said. So I've heard Sherry say if she doesn't like the main character, she just can't get into it. I liked Lucy. There's nothing wrong with her in my eyes. Yeah. I didn't like, oh my God, I love her. But
she didn't blow me away, but I didn't despise her like sometimes I do main characters. And I agree, Sherry, that's a good reason to DNF it to me because I DNF when I can't stand the main character. How are you going to be invested in the story if you're rooting for the character to die?
I just wish she would give book 2. She already DNF'd one. I was like, I wish she'd give book 2 a try because sometimes it gets better in book 2.
Yeah.
And she's going to have to hear us talk about it for 5 months.
Somebody said I'm not a fan of the love triangle. I like I said, without spoiling anything, it works itself out pretty quickly. I'm not saying like right now, but fairly quick.
Okay.
You read out of order though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you read number 2, do you think? Or you don't know?
No, I don't think so. Unless I'm not positive, but I don't have it marked. And but I there's so many books that I have not got marked on YouTube or not YouTube. Goodreads I've read. Oh,
I wish I could remember for you.
Melinda said she likes the love triangle. So are you just a love triangle fan in general? Or just like this one? I have to know because I am not a fan of love triangles.
How many cozy mysteries have you read? Because when you read in the hundreds like we have, it's like it gets very old.
Some people just really like love triangles, though. I mean, I know people who really like that as a trope. Leslie said, I didn't feel any connection to any of the characters. I also felt like the chapters were too long. I didn't notice that, but I'm not a long audiobook.
Yeah.
I did it on audio, and so that makes a huge difference, but I am not a fan of long chapters. Like I said, I didn't notice it in this one, but especially when I'm reading, I don't like long chapters because I don't like to stop in the middle of a chapter. And so when it's really long, I'm like, you weren't thinking of your readers on this one.
But you're going to continue at Book Lover, right?
Read number 2.
I hope everybody reads number 2 that read it besides Sherry, and Dream.
And Dream, yeah. Caitlin said, none of the characters were gripping to me, but I still enjoyed the book. Gotcha.
Which happens a lot in first books, I feel like. First books are set up, so.
Yeah.
Lizzie Faye said, as soon as the guy showed up on the motorcycle, I was like, oh, great. Here we go with a love triangle. LOL. They don't bother me that much, though. That was, I agree. As soon as you saw another kind of bad boy, like I think Cozy said, the bad boy, especially, I'm like, oh, gosh, here it is. Yep.
Do you want to do a sprint at 55?
Sure. This is one series so far. I have no opinion on the love triangle. Both guys were just meh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't like, I felt like I didn't get to know either one of them.
The characters brought the setting to life without being too much.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't too much. And that's what happened in the Italian Kitchen series. I felt like as in book 3, they became too much. But yeah, I think it was a nice build up for everybody. And I love character development, so I'm excited to see if that happens.
So that's the comment you read earlier. I don't like Lucy at all, and the mom annoyed me. Stephanie says, agree, Lee. I don't remember what we were talking about at the time, but there you go.
The love triangle, I think.
Yes, it was Lucy. You are correct. Storm also said Lucy annoyed me some, which is why it took me a while for me to get into things. The parents were okay. I thought the old boyfriend was over a little
Annoying. Yeah.
Annoying.
well. Okay.
Yeah.
Dream, who also DNF'd it, said, yeah, Lucy was kind of annoying for some reason. I rolled my eyes a lot at how they described her ex.
Yeah, she's DNF'd it at 20%, which I feel like you can't even get a read on it yet.
Yeah.
The parents' ethnicity is very vocal in children's
Mhm.
marriages.
Yeah.
Stephanie said, it doesn't bother me in the Amish candy shop, but when it happens in other cozies, it is irritating. I don't know why.
The Juliet pushing thing.
She's so annoying.
Occasion said there is over the top like Natasha in the Domestic Diva, and there's over the top like, ugh, just go away.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing, so I really don't like when there's like really mean characters and cozies or just really hateful, but like, I feel like Natasha, I mean, she's obviously meant to be that character that you don't like. And she adds like, she's like that character you'd love to hate. So I don't like, you know, want her out, as opposed to sometimes when there's just mean characters, I'm like, ugh, get rid of them. Don't.
That series I could not read on ebook, but I have to listen to it because I would have DNF'd it. And it's too focused on the mystery, that series. You would think, but it's like very mystery driven.
Yeah. Have you read that seriously?
Mm-mm. No, but you're not made. Natasha's not making me want to either. So, you know.
Natasha is, oh.
Don't worry, there's too many characters each book for you to even notice her a lot. So,
oh, she's very prevalent in most books, though. I mean,
Yeah.
she's one of the main characters, at least. And I mean, she always has like when it's her. So they do like almost like a Dear Abby column, but it's all about. It's not just advice. It's like home decoration and interior design and cooking and all sorts of different things. So people will write in and basically
and they're
ask advice on one thing or
competing
another.
columns.
When it's
Oh,
Natasha's turn, it's so cringeworthy. It's so cringeworthy what she like, how she
And
responds to people. Oh,
And she's like married to her ex-husband, right? The main character's ex-husband.
Oh boy.
yes, yes,
There
she.
we go.
I just felt like that was a super popular cozy series, and so I was like, okay, I have to read it. So I just like binged it one year on audio.
I actually don't know if she's married to him, but she's with her ex-husband Mars. I don't know. I don't know whether they're married or not.
Is that his name, Mars?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I ordered the next 4. Melinda said.
Nice.
Well, she's in it for the long haul.
Mhm.
Yes, Melinda.
Keep an eye on Kindle, you guys, because if you don't get them at the library, that Kindle's been having sales like $1.99. It just depends. They'll switch off on what books they do.
Stephanie's laughing about the Domestic Diva comment. Cajun said, I suspected the murderer when the jar of apricots got broke, which is what Cozy said. Same. Oh, Stephanie said same. See,
Okay. So some people did suspect him, yeah.
Yeah.
I just suspect him right away. I was like, why was he even there?
Yeah.
Tina Kashian.
Mhm.
It's Kashian. And the series is called the Kitchen Kebab series or Kebab Kitchen. I don't know.
Kebab Kitchen.
Okay. I always say Kitchen Kebab. I'll put a hold on my library site right now. Cool. Oh, somebody answered already. So
I just real fast, I want to say, Jessa's here. And I know, Jesse, you really wanted to talk about it. What did you rate it? And what was it? I remember you were talking about the twist at the end. How did you feel about that? Okay.
Yes. And then if we don't get to it in time, because we are going to sprint in 1 minute, we'll be reading the rest of the comments when we come back.
I just know Jessa was excited. So
I thought
gave her
was
a book hangover, remember?
Yes, that's right.
Storm said I thought it was Al, so it wasn't a surprise.
Okay.
Sheridan said I was shocked that it was Al. Interesting.
I feel like a lot of people would have been shocked if you're not used to that twist that authors do sometimes.
Yes, Tina Kashian's the author. Yes, yes. Leslie said I felt it was very predictable and the ending was very abrupt. I like them more when I can't predict it. This was a big reason I gave it only 3 stars. I only gave it 3 stars. Gotcha. And Jarrett said Al was my second suspect. I thought it was Azad. I
did too for a minute. Mm-hmm.
But see, that's the thing, is the author was pushing Azad. And I'm like, it's not going to be the ex-boyfriend because he wants to get back with her. He has to be in the rest of the series. So it wasn't going to pull a food blogger when you think it's Drew the whole time. But it's really not. Like, I knew it was like that. Yeah.
Well, see, I was thinking, oh, wait, this is a cozy. Of course, it's not going to be the psycho ex-boyfriend like it would be in a thriller or some other book. So I was just like, yeah, it's not going to be him.
But then you have the pregnant best friend and the cop and Murder at the PTA. So it could happen nowadays.
I never, like I said, I suspect everybody, but I knew it was going to be him.
Yeah.
Just because I knew he was going to be a series ongoing character.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, okay, he's going to be the love interest for a while. He's not going to be the murderer. So I know she wanted you to think that, and I would have fallen for it had it not been for that.
Yeah.
There was no other suspects to me. And I'm like, the author's not going to be like, oh, was Joe Smo from down the street. Like, she's not going to just pull somebody out of thin air, which some authors have done. But yeah, I knew, like, for a second, I'm like, oh, maybe it's something to do with the mob boss or the pub owner. But I'm like, no, I never like gave it a second thought. It just entered my brain for a second. Yeah.
So while we're sprinting, I'm also going to move over to the table for popcorn because we don't eat in the couch. We don't eat anywhere but the kitchen. So I'm going to move over there. So I might have my video off for just a few minutes. And then is Marcus up?
Yeah, he's up. I think you're getting yourself cute in there.
I'm not trying to hurry him. I'm just trying to figure out for time-wise because Kevin's eating anyway. So
we'll have a half hour.
And then we're doing it. So we're sprinting for a half hour and then you'll be good? Okay, that's good.
And what is everybody reading in the chat? I need to switch to audiobook. So I'm going to be doing the third book. I don't remember the series name, but it's like Witches Familiar or Cats. I don't know. Let me see.
I'm going back to that chocolate book.
I can't do ebook right now. I need to wake up.
Okay.
While you are looking at yours, I am doing a romance book called Like Lovers Do. It's the second book in a girls trip series by Tracy Livesay. I'm really enjoying it. Liked the first one as well. And I'm also reading The Hidden Corpse, the second food blogger series book in the series by Deborah Sennefelder.
And how far are you in that one?
Not very far because when we got done last night, I was done.
You were out.
Yeah.
So, what are you reading, Lee? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cozy.
Mine is Familiar Motives. It's by Delia James. It's a witch's cat mystery. It's paranormal. It's from Berkeley Books. Came out in 2017. Books 1 and 2, I listened to on audio. Book 1, I gave 3 stars. Book 2, I gave 2 stars. And for some reason, this series popped in my head. I'm like, let's just finish it off. And I'm like 20% into the audio, and I'm actually loving the audio of the third. So maybe my tastes have just changed. But yeah.
Nice. I am reading The Easter Confession by Charles Monaghan. I think it's a very indie published book, so it's good so far.
Excellent. Tell us what you're reading in the comments. Jessa, tell us what you thought of the book. We will check out the comments when we get back. We'll
30.
Yes, we're gonna read till 30. And I'm gonna, like I said, move and all that and kind of get myself ready, and then I'll be back in just a few minutes. Happy reading, everyone. I'm putting up the reading till 30. Ooh. Sorry.
Me too. I'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta get water and stuff.
Okay.
very over the top of his narration.
How was y'all sprint?
Yeah, they got done.
Oh, you did read some?
Yes.
I'm an hour something in. Hoopla's not showing me chapters or percentage, and it's annoying.
I already forgot what you're doing.
Familiar Motives by Delia James.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, it's I don't know if a lot of people have heard of this series. It's from like 5 years back or something. It's a paranormal. It's only 3 books. It's from Berkeley.
Gotcha. I did the Hidden Corpse again. What I got. I've read a little bit, not much, maybe about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get a lot of stuff prepared. Hello, Marcus. How are you?
Hi.
Good. How are you? How's everybody today?
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to try
Kevin.
these.
Kevin's blending into your background there.
Yeah.
True. So what flavors do you have to try today? And did you guys rank them in what you think you're going to be your favorite to your least?
We did not. We could do that real quick though.
Do you want to put the comment down, Tiffany?
Yeah.
What do you think?
While they're figuring that out, I'll actually
will be the best order.
go ahead and look through some. Leanna said, checked out Elizabeth. We're just while you're discussing it, Lee. Okay. Elizabeth Span, Craig. She's got a craft cozy. Is that right? Like
She has a couple, yeah.
I think like an
It's like
embroidery or craft or something.
She has a paranormal one, like a gardening one, I think. I think she's
Okay.
doing the Myrtle Clover or something.
Oh yeah, I just talked about that. It is a gardening, yeah. Elizabeth said, I'm going to go eat some hummus. Let's see you later. I'm sure she's long gone. I read that a couple of weeks ago. Leanna really liked it. Cool. Leslie said she had to jump off. She had a hair appointment.
Oh, fun.
Hello, Mike. Mike, you do need to figure out the Discord because they're doing the buddy read of Dune. All thanks to you. And
So they're going to do a live show too.
They are going to do live. They created a whole Dune Discord.
It would be great if you came on and talked with us since this was all your fault.
Yeah.
I would tell you how to do it, but I don't know. I don't even know how I figured it out. But I'm sure Cozy can lead you.
She's in charge of our group anyway.
I made it for her.
Yeah, she's in charge of it.
Oh, you made the Dune Cozy Discord too?
And I'm just like lurking in there reading their comments.
Yeah,
I do go in and lurk just because I think it's fun to see what everybody's saying about Dune.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Let me know when you're ready. Are you guys waiting on me?
We're ready. Yeah, we're
Oh,
ready.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Go
You guys
for
are
it.
going to do a prediction first, right?
Yes.
Like what you think. Okay. And for anybody that's new, I saw a couple new people. They ordered some gourmet popcorn, and last week they taste tested the savory. This week they're taste testing sweet.
And we'll hold up the bag so you can try to see what they'll look like. But go ahead, Lee.
All right. So the one we think is going to be the best is the salted caramel, followed by toffee.
So the classics.
Yes. Next will be Marcus's pick, which was the caramel and Belgium chocolate.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Then these last three, I'm not sure. I think this is the only one we have in common is the banoffee pie one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to go with the Bakewell Tart. And then the last one, I'm just not sure how this one is going to taste, is the caramel, white chocolate, and raspberry.
Ooh, that sounds good, but it's a
Yeah.
I'm not
that's
sure.
caramel and white chocolate seem too
Right.
sweet. That like they could be too sweet together, I think.
Mhm.
Interesting.
But
So-
white chocolate raspberry is one of my favorite profiles, but I don't know how the caramel plays.
Right.
in
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like white chocolate and raspberry are great together. And I like white chocolate and I like caramel, but they're both very sweet.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
We have 5 to try. And I'll talk about what is it called? The Banoffee pie? Banoffee?
That's what I'm calling it.
In a minute. So I'll do my ranking. And he has a different ranking, right? This
Okay.
is your order.
Yeah.
So my first one is Eton Mess. It's a UK. It says it's a quintessential taste of Great British Summer. It's like white chocolate, strawberries, and fresh cream.
Mhm.
That thing, I think. And then next I have cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
Self-explanatory. Salted caramel cheesecake,
Yum.
tiramisu, And the last one is the Bonafide pie. I'm not going to grab it, Kev, if you want to grab it. It's got coconut milk in it. So the only one that we have together I cannot try, but Kevin's going to obviously try it. And I was so looking forward to it because it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But then you read the ingredients and it says it.
Yeah, it's got coconut milk in it. So what is your ranking? Is it different from mine?
The only thing I'm putting ahead of everything else is I'm moving tiramisu all the way to the front.
Yeah, this was his pick too. He's a really big
I was gonna say that was his pick, right?
Yeah, he's a big tiramisu fan.
Okay.
So we cut them and prepared them today so that we are much more prepared than last time. So. All right. What are you trying first?
You want to do them in the order we picked?
We could do them in reverse order.
All right, let's do them in reverse order.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the raspberry white chocolate caramel yeah.
Well, this will be your first. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
We'll wait for them to try one.
Does it smell right?
It doesn't smell like anything.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, it smells like popcorn.
Yeah.
What is it again? Which one flavor? I'm sorry.
Caramel white chocolate raspberry.
Oh, okay.
The texture is not good.
Oh, that's the thing. Some of these sweet ones, it might be heavy syrup, so make them softer.
It's kind of Frankenberry, don't you think?
Marcus's face is cracking me up. He's got a look on his face that's like
Yeah, I'm quickly trying to become like a popcorn connoisseur.
Yeah.
So, like
He's like swirling the wine.
But I'm trying not to do the typical, Food Network reaction where it's like it's just touched your lips and you're already going, it's like
yeah. I know exactly. That's funny.
This isn't bad, but it tastes like Frankenberry.
It tastes
like the cereal?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, all right, I've never had Frankenberry. So it tastes what?
What?
I had Frankenberry.
October's coming. Get some Frankenberry for him.
Yeah.
I imagine Frankenberry tastes
Okay, well,
like.
if you imagine it, you're right. That's what it tastes like.
And if you're gonna
Like
get Frankenberry,
Captain
you gotta go
Crunch
for it.
berry, like type
Yeah,
of like
it's-
artificial berry.
Except the texture is very like crumbly.
Oh.
It's a hard crunch to bite down, and then it's very crumbly after that, and not in a good way.
I hope they're not all like that with texture.
Yeah. All right, we're trying the tiramisu first.
Okay. Fun
If I
fact, while you're opening that up,
Yeah.
my brother, who can't spell to save his life, when he writes this down, calls it like it's a woman's name, Tara Masu. So that's always been a joke in our house. So.
That is funny.
Mhm.
And what are the notes on that? It's like chocolate and
Yeah, hold on and I'll read it in just 1 second. He's
Okay.
dumping out. Go ahead and get yours and then I'll read the package. So it says smooth caramel infused with 5% Marsala wine, creamy mascarpone, and intense espresso.
oh, espresso. So it's not even chocolate. I guess I don't know what tiramisu is.
Oh, it's really good.
I know
Oh.
what it looks like, but I didn't know there's coffee in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That tastes like tiramisu.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh.
And I don't know if this texture just held up more, but it's crunchy and it's like more like like what you would get on a sweet popcorn. It doesn't feel like it's
You get
Crumbling.
the coffee, you get a little bit of the cream, you get it's tastes like you took a bite of tiramisu.
Nice.
Nice.
it's actually very, very good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow. Good pick, Kevy.
Should we do our next one?
Yeah.
All right. Next one is the Bakewell Tart. And this just says a delectably delicious Great British classic.
There's no flavors.
On the back, flavor smooth caramel, nutty almonds, and sweet and tangy cherry.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Sophia's not here. I just noticed.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
She said that's a really good British dessert.
Ooh,
So.
it smells really good.
Oh, bloody hell.
And I just see Stephanie, you never had Frankenberry. It's one of the cereals. It was like Booberry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula.
Yeah. For Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sophia. They're trying the Bakewell right now.
What does this taste like?
Well, apparently it looked like an amazing British dessert.
Right?
I really want to order that.
This flavor, though. I've tasted this before.
There's a light cherry note. Sweet, but not too sweet.
Is the texture better on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
really good.
Yeah. Very light cherry underneath and just sweet and crunchy. That's really it.
Do you get an almond at all?
Yeah, you do get almond. No, I don't really taste caramel though, but almond, yes. Almond and cherry.
That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
It's really good.
Sophia, they just started. Before that, Tiffany tried tiramisu. They liked it. And you guys tried
Caramel, white chocolate, and raspberry.
And they said it was okay, but the texture was off.
And then we just did the Bakewell Tart, which was delicious.
So you didn't miss much. They just started.
All right.
So Stephanie, the Frankenberry's like the berry one that they have. Maybe around Halloween you could find them.
It's normally in stores,
Yeah, normally you can for like the limited time. So we have salted caramel cheesecake next. It says coated in smooth caramel, fresh cream, and British sea salt.
Okay. Sophia's
has to be good.
On allergies, so I'm good. What'd you say?
I know I said that has to be good. They need a allergy thing. Like if you have a coconut allergy, you can't order these on this type of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely powerful salted caramel coming out of
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Nice crunch on that one.
This tastes a lot like the Marmite.
Real? What? Like burnt cheese?
It does too. Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
Kevin, do you agree?
No.
Okay.
What? Oh no! Cheesecake,
It's a-
caramel cheesecake.
It's a creamy caramel corn. That's the best way to put it. You get a little bit of that cream. It's got a little bit of the burnt in it. That kind of, I see where she can say it's a Marmite, but it's nothing near the bitters that came out of that.
Because of the
it's not on
salt,
that level, but
You
it
think 'cause
tastes
of the
like
salt?
the burnt flavor.
This is purely a caramel corn. I don't know that my palate is distinguished enough to say that there's cheesecake in there. I'm looking for it. And
Disappointing.
it's kind of there, but it's not very powerful. I'm really tasting the sea salt.
Yes, and I think the cheesecake flavor is supposed to come in because the caramel's a little more creamier than just caramel. It's got like a creamy, kind of a creamy cheese taste, I guess.
They had another cheesecake one on there. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it was like white chocolate, raspberry, or strawberry, or something like that. That really seriously reminded me of the Marmite. I think it does have a burnt flavor like the Marmite.
A little bit.
Well, we'll see if their salted caramel tastes burnt.
Okay.
But
Next.
Stephanie's laughing at you.
Last, we'll use.
I didn't eat it.
last.
You want to do?
this is a gourmet caramel corn. So
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna do the salted caramel one now.
Okay.
Right
Oh,
here.
good.
So we-
And that was the one they had the highest hopes for. So we'll see.
yes. Yeah. Smells like caramel popcorn.
Yeah, it does.
Caramel popcorn.
Okay.
Does it have a burnt flavor?
No, it has a nice buttery flavor.
Interesting. Maybe it's me.
might be you.
Sophia, do they make a good cheesecake in the UK? Maybe it's different than ours.
Does your cheesecake taste
Burnt?
like burnt grilled cheese? But you know, cheesecake, if it was burnt, would be burnt.
This is like high-end Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really good. Oh no.
Bye, Sherry.
I'm still eating it. Okay.
Bye, Sherry.
Did you say cayenne Cracker Jacks?
high-end cracker.
Oh, high end. I was like, high end. It's not.
No, this one was really good.
Excellent. That's great. So next we have cinnamon roll. It says smooth caramel, warming cinnamon, and fresh English custard.
Which I love cinnamon rolls. So
Me too. That's that. Yeah, me too. Is this open?
Which other one?
I can't see.
Stephanie, now you should go out and pick up a box.
Yeah.
Definitely a strong cinnamon.
Sophia says her
Oh.
cheesecake doesn't taste burnt.
Like really smells very cinnamony.
Hmm.
But it doesn't come through as strong in your mouth.
Oh.
We don't agree.
Oh. Uh-oh.
No, I like it, but it's strong cinnamon to me.
No. Well, part of the problem is I could be thinking it was going to taste like a fireball, but
There you go.
this tastes like a cinnamon roll.
This one to me though tastes more cheesecakey than the other one.
No, not me.
Mhm.
You're wrong.
I really like this one though.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I think what I'm tasting when I say cinnamon cheesecakey is the custard maybe.
Okay.
Because I can taste a creamy taste to it. So I might be thinking of that. I really like that one.
Do you want to do this one, then yours, and then the other one?
Whichever.
You can't make a decision.
I don't need to. There's 3 there. Who cares? Just do it.
Sounds like my husband.
This is the toffee one.
Okay.
Can sniff toffee.
What I wonder with this one is if it will be really close to the caramel taste.
Or I hope the
That's-
texture is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it just says light buttery caramel, delicious toffee.
I love toffee.
Let's go.
It's good. I like the salted caramel one better. though.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hear a crunch. Is the oh, there is a little crunch. Is the texture okay
A
though?
little. The other one has a better crunch to it.
Okay.
This isn't bad. It's just like it doesn't have the usual like toffee taste to it. I think either maybe it has like a little bit of a staleness to it because it just doesn't have that like fresh.
Does it taste burnt?
It tastes burnt to you? No.
No.
Mm-mm.
And don't get me wrong, I like the taste of like
Burnt.
burnt grilled cheese. Burnt grilled cheese, I do. I like
Yeah.
not burnt like black, but I like it like browner than like a lot of people. So I don't mean that necessarily in a horrible way. We have one more, and then he has one more after that, which is the one that you guys share.
Yeah.
We'll do that one last.
Yeah, I'm so excited, so disappointed because I hope I'm saying it right. The Banoffee pie or Banoffee has coconut milk in it, and I have a severe allergy. So I
And
cannot
since
try that
you
one.
guys have such different tastes, I feel like us and Kevin will agree, and you would be like, "Oh no, it tastes totally different."
Oh my
That's
god,
what Storm says. Tiffany and Kevin's taste buds are so different.
Mhm.
it's true. Oh my gosh, smell that.
Is that the eaten mess?
Yeah.
Wow. This, with all the discussion of Frankenberry, this really smells like that cereal.
It does.
Mhm.
It
I
does.
love that stuff. I'll eat it all Halloween season.
He
I'll
does.
have 2 or 3 boxes of that in the house.
Which is really funny because he does not like kids cereal any other time of year, but when it gets to be fall, he's like, I need the Count Chocula and the Boo Berry and all that. It's really funny.
Did you read the description of that one? I forget.
I did not. I read it earlier. It says the quintessential taste of Great British Summer, caramel infused with strawberries, white chocolate, and fresh cream.
Okay.
That
It
sounds-
really smells like that cereal.
Yeah.
She likes that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a lot like the Frankenberry, but I can get the caramel out of it too. I can taste the caramel on it. So the strawberry flavoring reminds me of that cereal, but I can get the caramel out of this too. And it's a good mix. It's a yummy
Okay.
popcorn.
I really like that one. It's got a good strawberry flavor to it, but it does even remind me tasting of that cereal, or it's another kid's cereal that's something like that. I really like that one. I'll rank mine at the end because I know you guys have a couple more, and then you guys can do the Manaphy pie. I'm not interested in that one. That one sounded so good.
The last one we had, before the other one, is caramel and Belgian chocolate.
Ooh,
which was Marcus's pick.
Yeah, smooth caramel, Belgian chocolate.
That one sounds good.
Good. Smells like popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The texture is different.
Yeah. It's almost like the white chocolate raspberry texture a little bit.
Mm.
It tastes like Count Chocolate.
It's almost very like a dried out.
We're gonna read later. We're gonna read later that these flavors were inspired by Halloween cereal.
The taste is good.
It's okay.
No, the taste is good.
He's like, it's mine. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's great. It's okay.
I'm still on that Bakewell Tart.
Yeah.
That's my favorite so
Well,
far.
we'll pick at the end, yes. All right, so we're going to do this one together, which Sophia has told us is banoffee pie.
Banoffee
Pie.
Reading the ingredients, it's got bananas all over in it, so that makes sense with the name, supposedly.
It sounds so good. I can't believe I can't have it.
Is there chocolate in this one too, or is it? Okay.
Caramel double cream sweet banana.
Okay, so like a banana cream pie. I'm envisioning.
Sophia, have you ever made this from scratch? And do you normally put coconut milk in it, or do you think they just did with this one? I kind of want to smell it.
Artificial banana can be so bad sometimes. So,
And this is really mild. I'm barely getting banana.
I'm definitely getting all three flavors. The banana is very light, though.
Yeah, it's very, very not overpowering in any way.
I mean, you can taste it, but it's light.
Yeah, about the second or third kernel, I started getting more banana.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a bad way, but I could really definitely, I would know that this is a banana flavored popcorn.
I would say if they had made a banana berry cereal, that this might go into that category.
Although I think fans of banana flavoring would not be happy of this because it's very light, it's very mild. And it's just enough, I think.
Yeah. Like you can taste it. It's not, you know there's banana in it. Yeah. But it is.
How is it compared to like a banana cream pie or a banana pudding? Like more mild than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think the caramel overpowers the flavor of the banana. And
then at the end is when I'm getting my banana. As I'm finishing off and swallowing it, and I'm taking that exhale, that's when I'm really tasting the banana the heaviest.
So it's not on the forefront.
Marcus what he thinks because he's the only one that hasn't said.
Yeah.
I think the banana is very prominent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did or didn't? I'm sorry.
I do.
Oh.
I do think it is. To me, it is. That's what I'm tasting. It's very prominent, and not in a bad way. But yeah, yeah.
It's not bad. I like it.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I liked everything that we had today. There's one that I thought was my least favorite, but nothing like the savory where I had the one that I did not spit it out. I just wanted to go off camera in case nothing like that. But all the other savory ones were delicious. I don't want to make it sound like that. There was just one that I really, really, I really didn't like. I didn't have that today. Did you?
I finished that off at work.
Yeah. There you go. Taste buds completely different. He did you have any that you did not like today?
No. just not as impressed. I think the salted caramel cheesecake was probably the least impressive of the bunch. It really just tasted like a caramel corn that I could have gone down to the local grocery store and bought it. I didn't get much of the cheesecake out of that. I don't know that I missed it. It just seemed like a caramel corn.
So what was there before we rank them? And I'm sure our rankings will be different. Was there any that either of you just didn't like today?
Not that I didn't not like. No, they were all good. Some I like a lot better than others.
Yeah, that's the
I
same
have,
way I
like,
feel about it.
2 that were just okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be really hard to mess up a dessert. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, are we ranking now?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's already
And
said
then-
his, and
And
then
then
mine,
I'll go
I
through
can tell you
some of the
mine will be
comments.
different than his.
And Sophia says she has no idea about the coconut. She says, I always thought it was American. So maybe it is similar to our banana cream pie.
I don't know.
And then Elizabeth has to go because she has Hoopla books expiring, but she said this was fun.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Oh, and then Sophia said from the recipes I've looked at, there normally isn't coconut.
Well, that's a shame.
I wonder if that's a more stable ingredient for shelf life than
Yeah, it might be something.
Like to preserve it. Yeah.
whereas a dairy milk will be
Yeah.
Mhm.
a little more volatile on the shelf or change flavor over time.
Yeah, my ranking I can tell is different than yours.
Yeah.
What do you do? Oh. I know. He went to go get a toothpick because he has a kernel stuck in his tooth.
That's
That
the
is
thing I
cool.
don't like about popcorn is it gets stuck in
Yep.
your teeth.
Yep. And that's the only thing I don't like about popcorn.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I mean, I'm a big popcorn fan, but
Mhm.
oh, that's so frustrating and annoying. Yeah. So while he's doing that, do you have your rating?
Yes.
Okay.
So for me, my top was the salted caramel.
Which you thought would be top, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Next was the Bakewell Tart. Then the banoffee pie. The toffee. The caramel, white raspberry, and chocolate. And then the caramel and Belgium chocolate.
Okay, so that was really. So you thought toffee would be second, and that ended up being fourth, I think.
Yes. Yeah. I think I wasn't really sure on the banoffee pie and the Bakewell Tart, but those were really good.
Yeah.
And Marcus rated them. Do you want to speak for yourself?
This was your.
No, I put it back in your order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ran Bakewell Tart, followed by salted caramel, banoffee pie, toffee. Yeah, toffee. Then the caramel and Belgian chocolate, and my least favorite was the Frankenberry.
White chocolate, that's disappointing because that one sounded so good.
I think it's more the texture.
Yeah.
The throw off of that. So,
And it sounds like the surprising one for you guys was the Bakewell Tart. It went higher than you thought it would be.
yes, for sure.
I mean, like even the raspberry one wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like none of these were bad. It was just like okay,
Mhm.
like
I'm gonna try to show it up a little bit closer so you could see how it's almost like powdery.
yeah. Oh, and it's really like thick. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like the texture was just kind of off with that.
Okay.
All right. What was your rating?
I put tiramisu first,
Which
What
was
did
his
you
pick?
Right.
and then the Eaton mess,
Mm-hmm.
then the banoffee pie,
Okay.
then cinnamon roll, and lastly the salted caramel cheesecake.
Okay.
So we all rated the banoffee pie number 3.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
So you
did.
can take that out of the mix for me. So Yep, here's my order. Not too much off. My first one was Eaten Mess, was my favorite. And then tiramisu, cinnamon roll, and then this one, let's put a large space in between cinnamon roll and salted caramel cheesecake or Marmite wannabe.
Not at all Kevin's thoughts on it.
I don't know if I think I said this last night, but I took the Marmite to work and I gave it to several people, but one of the ladies, and she's like a very vocal lady anyways, she like peeked her head into my office as she was like walking by to like go on a break or something. She's like, don't talk to me the rest of the day.
Did she actually try it, or is just the idea of it? Okay.
She was not happy she tried it. She let me know she was not happy. It was so funny.
Did anybody like it from your office?
I think she was the only one that absolutely hated it. I mean, I don't know if anybody was like, oh my gosh, this is, amazing, which we didn't think so either. But I thought it was good and way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody else hated it, but her reaction was so funny. But she's like one of those people that's very dramatic like me. So maybe.
Did she, did you warn them ahead of time, like what it tasted like? Or you're just like, here you go?
I told them, I don't know if I like warned them, like, I told them that like, it's a distinctive taste. It's a, like a lot of people either love it or hate it, blah, 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 blah.
She walked around her office dropping Marmite bombs.
Yeah. It's not like she forced it. And then you said everybody like the martini at best at your work, right?
Yeah. You too, right? At your job?
Yeah.
Yeah. The martini was the best at my job too. Everybody loved that one. And everybody's kind of like, don't know what to think, but I'll try it. And yeah, like that one the best.
Interesting. Well, this was really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really fun. And this is what got me to order the USA box and so the USA box we got yesterday, which we opened it up and looked at the state. And then the Universal International box is supposed to come on Wednesday.
That one will be really interesting because different countries have different palates than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our first country is Turkey.
Oh, how are you supposed to know the ingredients in that one if it's not
It does give the allergy list. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I have to make sure it does. So,
yeah.
So when are you guys going to do those two?
So I think we're going to kind of film pretty much when we get the boxes, but I'll probably put the video up at the beginning of each month.
Okay.
But we'll probably film them just when we get them, because not that they would, but I don't want anything to go stale or melt or, anything like that. So if anybody wants to join us, it would be so much fun. Like I said, I was going to ask somebody if they wanted to join. And then I was like, I can't ask somebody to spend all that money because, we're willing to. So I didn't.
Yeah.
But,
no, I get it.
Yeah. So,
and I wonder, they're going to give you like all the states, right? So like if you stay with it for 50 months, you could have like all the states.
Yeah.
It'd be a long time.
I can't wait for the Minnesota box. It's going to be like or something.
Does anybody have any guesses what would be in the South Carolina box?
Do you think what would be, any idea what you think of South Carolina? Nothing, right? Well, I'm very curious, like, especially for when it gets to each state, if someone lives there, if it's true or if, what they think of those things, or if they've even tried them.
Because I couldn't even tell you what a California snack is for my state, so.
Yeah.
It's also such a huge, diverse state, so what would they pick?
Right.
But and also it's like the fact that it's not like recipes. Like I know each state has their own special dishes, but it's like snacks. I'm like, what do you go to the gas station and like pick it up?
Well, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a lot of fun.
I just looked up South Carolina snacks and I got some on the list. So boiled peanuts is on there, Kevin.
Oh boy.
That's probably in the Georgia box.
Well, it says Charleston. One of the things they have is dried okra chips. Oh no.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. If anybody has any guesses, it would just be fun. And then we're guessing. They don't give you, from what I know of, they don't give you any like predictions or clues or anything. But the Universal Yum gives you like a trivia question for the next month's box, like for you to try to like figure out the country. But the state one, from what I know, doesn't do that. But I think we're both going to guess the states, but it's going to be like completely random. You got 50 choices, right? So We might go through and look at their past boxes, but other than that, like it's just a shot in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they probably like depending on when you join, like they're not going to give you repeat boxes. So like depending on when you join, they'll just give you everything.
Yeah.
So when are you going to do the South Carolina one? The beginning of September?
We're going to film it, but I'm not putting it up till we're going to go ahead and film it in that way. It's not melting or because we live in Florida. So like, I don't, or just not that it would, but gets stale. I just would rather do it fresh, but I think we'll put it up at the beginning because the end, I told him the end of the month is usually busy with videos, your wrap up and what's coming out next. I feel as opposed to the new month, it'd be easier to put something up. Yeah. And then I said to them last night, so I'm going to coincide the USA box with my Spotlighting Cozy series. So I'm going to do Cozies from the state of South Carolina. So what I don't know is how long the video will be if I put those together. Yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
Oh well.
Do you know if there's any drinks in there?
I don't think there is.
Okay, because I'm gonna say if there's drinks, you have to have like your grandma look or something, so you can put them in the fridge.
Yeah. No, I don't think there is.
So. Okay.
So yeah, that was really fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Leanna wants to know where you're ordering these from: the popcorn or the state boxes.
Well, if it's the popcorn, it's from a company called Joe&Seph's, like Joseph with the and in between, and that was just Joe&Seph's was it .co.uk or .com?
I think it was just .com.
.com. Yeah,
and I
came from the UK. It was $14.99 shipping, no matter what you did, and if you bought 5 of them, you get 1 free.
That's what I was going to say. And that's every 5th one you would get 1 free. So I think both of us did 12, right?
Yeah.
She said the state boxes. She wants to know if you know the company.
Yes, hold on. It's called usasnacks.com. Snacks is spelled SNAX. And I'll put the link to it in the channel too when I do the video. So I think the video will go up. Both videos will go up towards the beginning of the month, no matter when I film them. Like I said, just because of the end of the month is just got a lot of videos going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about the turkey box too. I think that would be really fun. I say that now.
I know.
Till we get stale hummus or something.
No.
Like, what if you do like Mexico and they have like those like candied spiders or
all their candies are spicy too. Like their candies aren't even sweet. It's like all spicy.
Mm-mm.
No, they can't do something like that. They can't give you spiders.
But what if it's calm in there?
True.
Are you sure about that?
I feel like you have to sign a waiver if they're going to make spiders.
And then I thought I would do like along with like the boards. So I have the card out because I took the card out so I could start researching the books. I think I'm going to buy like a poster board and like put these up and label them each month and like maybe make a van or just draw some picture that can like follow a route for like Cozies.
So it's like Cortagonist Cozy Caravan, but you're doing it with
I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's what I said to him. I was like, I love alliterations, and that name is so cute. But you had already said she had that, and so I would never just do that.
Cozy Camper.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I have a lot of ideas for it, and then I think the spotlighting that goes along with it.
Well, you'd already talked about wanting to do a state spotlighting.
Yes.
So this sort of.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Again, we had our air off, so I'm going to stop, go in the other room, and let him put the air back on.
Yeah. We'll do another sprint. I'll let you guys clean up and.
Perfect.
All right. You want to sprint till 40? It'd be a half an hour.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, Kevin, for joining.
Marcus,
bye,
good
guys.
to see you again.
Nice seeing you guys again. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll have to do something else in the future. More taste test.
Yes.
Well, isn't Marcus a chef? He needs to like cook something for you or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
she's like,
why
I
I'm
eat his stuff
curious.
all the time.
That's why I'm curious. Like when you guys get New Jersey, like, oh, if I know what snacks you're getting, like we could go get them too, or try something, or everybody could do that for their state or whatever.
Oh yeah,
That would
like
be
when it
fun
comes to
too.
our state.
Yeah.
That'd be fun too.
Yeah, is anybody from South Carolina?
Or get people's opinion from that state of whatever those snacks are too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why it was good for Sophia to be able to tell us like what some of these things were, you know. So.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what if people from South Carolina can start making guesses in your feed about what should be in there.
Well, and we talked about it last week. I was like, does anybody know? We were just talking about random, but now that we know it's South Carolina, if anybody's from there, tell me what you think is going to be in this box.
Yeah, for
I'm really excited about it.
The other thing is, with it being a small box, it's only got a few snacks in it, but they've got some big boxes that are available for a lot more money. But
oh yeah, so it's like a set amount that you get.
15 to 20, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
wow.
so I think the one that we bought has like 6 or 7 every box, which
a
I
good
thought
amount.
was, an amount to at least taste test, because this one, the USA Snacks box, who was asking about it?
Leanna.
Was a lot more expensive than the Universal Yum box, which I thought was interesting. And I think it's because, so the USA Snacks box, and I'm going to put all this in the video, but it was like, if you paid all at once for 12 months, which is what we ended up doing, it was cheaper. It came out to $29.99 a month. And again, you get like 6 or 7 snacks. So that's on the more expensive end. Because if you do it month to month, it's $35, $34.99 a month, which is pretty expensive. But what I think is like the companies that they do a story of one of the local companies in each one and stuff. I think if you look at buying them online, they are more kind of expensive products. Like if you, so that's what I think why, because I think they're the specialty products of that state. Okay. So I think that's where the
it's not like just going getting a Snickers at the store.
Right. Exactly.
That's like $5 a snack. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Which I'm willing to pay for the experience, because that's the fun of it for me. Is you know, that it's so fun. But the largest box, if you pay monthly for the largest box, and I think it said 15 to 18 snacks, I can't remember. I'll say it in the video so I don't say it wrong, was $63.99.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 100.
So
double what the smallest box is.
Yeah.
But double the product too, apparently, based on what they were showing.
But if you want to do it for a year, the smallest one is the best. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. And like I said, I think if you're looking at a snack, if we love something and we looked it up, because some of the past boxes were on their website. And so I kind of peeked at Amazon, and like one of the bags of chips, and it's a small bag from what it looks like, was like $5.99 on Amazon or something for like the one. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well that makes sense why then some maybe there's, and again, I think it's more an experience than
there's specialty and local. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Well, we will let you guys switch, get your air back on, and then we'll come back at 40.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Happy reading, everyone.
Bye, husbands.
Bye.
Bye.
She didn't put it up. We're reading till 40. Is everybody reading the same things? I'm gonna do my audiobook still.
How was your sprints?
Good. I'm enjoying. Oh, good. I'm enjoying my audiobook. I don't do paranormals normally, and I didn't really like the first two, so it's surprising. It's nice. Maybe I like it makes me want to go back because it's been a few years. Makes me want to go back eventually and re-listen to the first two to see if like my style has changed or something.
Yeah. And that happens. I grow out of books, and maybe I grow into books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Lee?
Mine's good. I'm listening to that reading the heist book, and I thought we were going to go in a direction, but that character got killed, so we're not going in that direction.
Oh.
So I have no idea where we're going now.
And it's Kindle Unlimited. It's ebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's really short. It's like 120 pages.
Yeah, and I think at this point now it's interesting. So now that who I guess we thought was the criminal is dead, now the priest is going to kind of become the sleuth now and try to figure it out. So
you're getting into it?
Yeah. I just hope with only 120 pages, a like complete story is told, you know?
Yeah, not like a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or just
is it a series or
no? It was just like
Okay.
a single done book. So We'll find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's an awful lot to wrap up in 120 pages.
Mhm.
That's interesting. And I did The Hidden Corpse again. So,
you enjoying it?
I mean, I'm not very far into it because I, again, moved around and put away like stuff and, that sort of thing. But yeah, I am enjoying it. And
I feel like it picked up right away. Like the pace was quick right away. There wasn't any of the introducing like the first one. And
yeah. So I went back up because I know that we had a big span of time where we didn't see comments.
Oh,
so I'll go through those. And then I have 2 people I need to read. Don't let me forget to read Hannah's. And Blake also sent me, couldn't make it. So she also sent me what she thought of the book. So don't let me forget those 2. But I wanted to.
Oh yeah, and getting back to that real fast. I really enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing how the series continues. I like the writing style. I wasn't bored at all. The pacing was good. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you pointing at?
This TV show.
What about
I
it?
think it's going to be right up your alley.
Only Murders in the Building?
Yep.
Have you guys heard of that? It will look
Only
like it
Murders
was
in the
Steve
Building?
Martin and Martin Short.
Yep.
Steve
a
Martin
movie?
and Martin Short are doing a new TV show together.
Oh.
I think he's saying it's going to be more like a Cozy than like a CSI.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't catch it. I mean, he's just pointing at it, but it was like right when it was ending. I just saw the 2 characters.
Okay.
If anybody knows anything about it, let me know. I mean, I can look it up later too. But Blester Messy, hello.
If you're still here, that was an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh
ago.
yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. And thank you about the hair. It is very, very different, and sometimes it does not do what I want it to.
It's so
Oh my
cute when
goodness.
it's messy, and it's growing, right? Like the sides fast.
Mhm.
Yes, and I hate that. Yeah,
You
yes.
still don't like the back. Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, I do not like the back. But it'll grow out. It is, yeah. So Susan G said, I'm reading Limoncello Yellow. Oh my God, I love that title.
That's on my Libby. I've heard of that. Yeah.
By Tracy Andretti, a Frankie Amati mystery, also completing Dark Chocolate Demise by Jim McKinley. Loving them both. Awesome.
Our chocolate demise was a good one.
Mhm.
Hello.
Not so.
Sorry.
It's good to see you.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
This is
I was
you.
working on it.
Oh, Hannah made it.
Oh, if she's still here.
If you're still here, hello. You might be on a break from work. I'm not really sure, but we're so glad to have you. Finishing up The Mountains Sing while knitting. I listened to 11%. Nice.
Nice.
I
Is
think
that the one you were rereading like right away? Or there was like a book she had just finished and she was like rereading it within a couple of days because she loved it so much.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was that one though.
Wow. That's like really liking a book. Dang. Leanna said she got 24 pages done. I think this was on the previous one.
Yeah.
Came in late and read a few pages, reading The Selection. That's part of that
Wow.
Ugly series, right? The Ugly?
No, the selection's by Kira something. It's a
Yeah.
YA. It was good. It's like The Bachelor for young adults in a dystopian era. Like
Mhm.
it's good. I read the whole trilogy back when I read that stuff.
Bro,
she's
those covers are so pretty that I immediately got them all from Hoopla.
She's talking about the audiobook series I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
They're on Hoopla, yeah. And it's not super paranormal. It's the witch's cat, but yeah, they're so beautiful. If you can see.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
They look very colorful. From what I can see,
They're-
it looks very colorful and stuff.
They're in the Discord, yeah.
All right. I'll definitely see it. It's Hannah. Didn't get to read, was fixing salad for lunch. Thank you for not just lunch, but what you were eating. Because I was going to ask.
Yeah, I love when it's like with Tiffany before you ask.
Yeah, just say what it is. Yes.
Tell me what it is. Read 10%. I just love this series. I forgot what you're reading. Finished 5 chapters in, and 2 Santas and a Rudolph have been electrocuted.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a Christmas cozy?
Sounds like it.
Gosh.
There was one I read where the Santa dies, like the local Santa. I was like, oh my gosh.
I love the Myrtle Clover series. That's the gardening one, right? Because
okay, is that what you're reading? No, somebody else was reading. Maybe that is what she's reading. That was the one by Elizabeth Van Craig. Yeah. Okay, here's
5 stars.
Okay.
I didn't suspect the murder at all.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. 5 stars. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you heard the rest, but I suspected him right away, and then Nancy was upset because she thought it came out of nowhere, so she didn't like the ending. So we had a lot of differing opinions about the ending. But I'm so glad you like it because I remember at one point, Jessa said she was bored. Remember?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, after the murder happens, I'm bored, and I was hoping she kept reading, and then she got a book hangover, and now she gives it 5 stars. See, that's what happens. You gotta keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl said I watched a different video during the sprint and didn't read. It happens. Sometimes I do that too. Well, apparently my husband ate all the hummus except the chocolate.
Oh, she had chocolate
before lunch.
Oh, so they did have the chocolate. Maybe she's talking about just regular chocolate, or maybe they did get chocolate hummus too, like you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You people are living on the Discord. I can't keep up. Oh, goodness.
I have no life, and books are my life, so I love talking about it.
Well, I just have to say with that, I joined the Magical Readathon Discord. Okay, now I know how people feel when they jump into this one because I'm like, they're all over the place. These people there's thousands. This was just announced on the 15th. There's thousands and thousands of messages.
Thousands? Oh.
And when you said about, there's over 2,000 people on the Discord
I was going to say,
already.
Wow.
And then if you saw, Cozy, the way that these people have, because you're supposed to set up a character for yourself, but like, she makes it sound like, well, here's a little sheet. These people have gone into these detailed, they've already created 12, 10-page journals with the details and the calligraphy and like designs. What outfits they're gonna wear and all this
family trees and
oh my gosh, I really want to join this Discord just to see it. I don't want to actually do the readathon, but
yes,
sounds like they need to write books. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I imagine. People really get into fantasy. It's like they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but for like a readathon.
True, yeah.
And so many people have their journals already done. I was like, Cozy would be loving this right now.
I have all my I have 3 of my journals sitting right here.
There you go.
So funny. And I think that like I'm way more active, partly due to the fact that I'm in Florida, so we're kind of been, again, not to bring up a subject that nobody wants to hear about, but I'm just saying I've been at home. We're back to basically not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And so like I'm on even more. And I think that's probably why I'm like, you want to do sprints? I'll do sprints on the tomorrow. Sure. Because what else am I going to do? It's actually entertainment for me. I get to chat with everybody about books, which is my favorite thing, or food, or both.
And I've been going through and like you could search the last time people talked, and there's some people that have joined in like June and they never said anything. They just joined, but I'm just going to leave people be if they want to join. Maybe they're just reading what we say and finding recommendations.
Well, and some people are really nervous. And so they might be, like looking for recommendations and love Cozies, but they don't want to actually talk because they don't feel comfortable. And,
Yeah. And I could see that. And I don't want anybody to not feel comfortable. Like maybe we seem like we have like a clique because that's just the people that have been here since the beginning. But everybody's welcome to talk. We want to hear, like, even if you're not reading a cozy mystery, just talk to us, We've become friends and Yeah. And
I think that like, everybody is, and I think almost everybody does especially when they're on, but like anytime I see a new person, Hopefully I'm
Yeah.
not missing the new people, but anytime I see a new person, I try to make sure
we jump at them. Yeah.
welcome them, and which may actually, if you're not like me, and like I could talk to a wall and eventually it'd probably just talk back out of desperation for me to shut up. But I feel like maybe if you're shy, that might even be more of a turnoff. I'm like, hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome. Do you like Cozies? What's your favorite
You're
restaurant?
like the
That
dog,
might
like
be-
as soon as the owner comes home, the dog's jumping. Yeah.
Yes. And
And
so I'm like, ooh,
in
maybe I was
general-
actually
General is like a circus because it's like everything. So it's like if they don't go to the side channels and they're like, these people are not organized. We are. It's just in general is crazy.
Yeah.
and I feel like that's what the general is meant to be, you know, and the
Yeah.
general topics, you know, just anything that's, you know, things I have no idea what is going on.
We were discussing we're doing a series read along. We were discussing the first book. We had some reading sprints. We did a popcorn taste test.
This is probably during the popcorny taste test. I'm pretty
This is
sure.
normally we're more structured. This is just a very random show.
I'm so excited to pop in during the popcorn tasting. Love the put. Thank you.
You and her are friends for sure.
I so appreciated that. So far, those all sound delicious. Yeah, popcorn. Okay.
I'm gonna be
Raspberry?
honest. I'm gonna be honest. The salted caramel, it's gonna be gone by the end of the day. So,
Oh yeah, you love it.
oh yeah, that one's gonna be done.
Stephanie said
Yeah.
raspberry anything. Frankenberry. I've never. Oh yeah. So we did talk about that. You
Yeah.
need to. It's coming up. You need to get it. And then Blueberry. Blueberry's my favorite. And then Count Chocula.
Is the Frankenberry like a strawberry? Or is it like a
Yes.
mixed berry?
And then the
Okay.
blueberry's like a blueberry. And then obviously the Count
I
Chocula.
think I've only had the blueberry and the Count Chocolate. I don't think I've tried the Frankenberry personally.
I don't know if it's a did you say strawberry? I don't remember what, but it's pink and it's one of
Yeah.
those. It's not cherry, so I'm going strawberry.
Yeah, I think it
But
is.
sometimes they're hard to actually, you know. I got back. Okay, so she's talking about the popcorn
Yeah.
tasting. I've heard all of this except Frankenberry. Maybe they don't have it here.
It's just seasonal.
Yeah.
And it used to be around like in the 70s. Like I remember my dad saying like he had it as a
70s,
kid.
80s,
And then
we
they
had
brought
that.
it back. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so yeah, and it used to be all the time, and then
Yeah.
that's why they
Now it's
do it just a
seasonal,
limited
yeah.
time during the Halloween. Sometimes I don't see it at like grocery stores. I mean, I'm sure they have like a end cap or something like that, but I usually find them at like Walgreens or
Yeah.
somewhere like that. Ironically, I don't know. Oh, Sophia said I'm gonna order some Bakewell Tart.
Mhm.
That's one you really, really enjoyed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's long gone. Cheryl, thanks for coming. We were so glad we had you.
The other
right?
and then the other Cheryl's gone too, and she asked what Discord was. I think she's gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sherry, maybe give the hummus and homicide another try. You don't have to. I'm just saying.
She didn't like
Only
the main
because I don't want you
character,
to.
that's
Only
gonna be
because I don't
hard.
want you to feel left out for 5 months.
Maybe
But
try
she
book
might
2 and
do-
see if it still see if they still annoy you. Yeah.
Well, and you know, other than the one day, I mean, she'll still do like the 2
Yeah.
weeks worth of
Yeah.
Scavenger hunts. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, not sophisticated. What is Discord? I'm going to defer to someone else because the same reason.
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
it's
she's
a
not-
chat. Yeah, she's not here, but if she watches back later, it started out as like for people that play video games, it started out like a chatting group for them. And now it's become just like a messenger group, like back in the day, how you would do instant messenger. So basically you create a server or a channel, and we did one for the Killing Time with Cozies. And people join and we just talk about cozy mysteries, and we make all these side channels like for our read-alongs and reading sprints and recommendations and stuff like that. It's just a fun, easy way for us to talk because 3 hours every Saturday isn't enough for us to talk. So,
Sure.
yeah.
And I feel like, you know, there's what are you reading? What are you currently reading? What you finished? Like all sorts of just,
Yeah.
you know, fun
Yeah.
channels that you can pop around from. Not that I do, but I'm just saying they're there.
You do a
I've
little
gotten
bit.
better.
You're working
I've
on
gotten
it.
better.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Stephanie said Ooh, I haven't had Cracker Jacks in years. Popcorn.
Mhm.
No, our cheesecake doesn't taste burnt. Just wondering. Sounds like a good fall popcorn.
I think she meant the cinnamon roll one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, it was good. Oh, yeah, they're very different. I mean, sometimes we like the same thing, but yeah. This is fun to watch. Yay!
It was, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Cheryl, the cinnamon bun was very
They
good.
sound really good.
It was very good. Our toffee popcorn sometimes does seem as if it's stale.
I just feel like toffee's really heavy, like to put on a popcorn.
It was.
Bonafide. Thank you. Bonafide. Got it. I think they overload the toffee.
And that's where she was talking. When we asked her about the Bonafide pie, she thought it was American, which is funny.
Yeah, it is interesting. This is fun. I have to. Oh, okay. So she read that earlier. Bye, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for coming. If you haven't checked out Elizabeth's channel, you need to. Lizzie Faye Loves Books.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Storm reads.
Mhm.
I don't want to leave anybody out now that I've said that. I don't know who else in the chat has channels, but everybody in there's that has channels. I love everybody. So from what I saw, Doslet de Ketchy.
I think it's Dolce de Leche.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and she spelled that. Okay, gotcha.
Maybe you're asking about, is it normal to use coconut as a...
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Leanne. I got you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she does say dulce de leche, yeah.
See in the Discord, and I'm gonna, like I said, don't let me forget to read Hannah's and Blake's.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, Dolce de Leche,
there you go.
often used in Bonafide pie, banana.
is
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so happy about the Bakewell Tart. Since I don't have any teeth left and some are cracked, I cannot eat much popcorn for that reason. Oh, that's a bummer. Popcorn is so good. James, it was so good. It was my favorite.
Oh, yeah, that was the strawberry cream one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I would have, but they don't ship to the UK.
She's talking about the state boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, wait, they're in the UK
Yeah.
because the Joseph's is a UK. Okay, gotcha.
See, that would be fun for her because for the state boxes. That's sad they don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that they
Would want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They'd get a big audience. Yeah.
Yeah. I love okra.
It's slimy. Mm-mm.
Oh, I like it.
And that was the state
okay.
boxes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you just had snacks from the 51st state. Awesome. Love that. State. Okay. A cozy road trip. I was going to call it like a cozy couch travel or something like silly like that, I don't know, but I feel like I just want to label the video like what it is so that it would make sense. But I don't know how long it's going to be by the time you try everything, talk about the box, and then talk about books. I'm like, oh, that might be like people are like, I'm not watching for that long, but we'll see.
Well, you film your spotlighting part separate, and then do the taste test with Kevin, and then just put it together. And if it ends up being a 30-minute video, like if people want to watch it, they could watch either and be like, hey, I'll put timestamps in the bottom of when it starts. So if they just want to watch the cozy part or they just want to watch the taste test part, they can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to put timestamps in. I might just say at around 30 minutes, it starts the cozy mysteries.
Literally for timestamps, all you would do would be like, if you start talking about it 17 minutes in the description, you'd write 17 ... And then when people click on that, it turns blue and then it just takes them right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like super
set it up, and one of us could go in and comment it on there. Yeah.
Thanks. I was like,
she's like, what?
Once I know how to do it, I'm fine. It's just not, Okay, that's cozy.
Do you know how to put clips together yet?
I did figure that out.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's super easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way, just so I know, for future reference, that you can like take out clips and put them somewhere else in the video, like if you wanted it later?
Yeah, you just drag it along to go past all the other clips and put it at the end.
Yeah, you put when you cut it, you just like
don't delete it, just drag it to the end.
Good to know. All right. Okay, this is me. I've got to go put Sebastian in bed. Hopefully I'll make it back. Yes. My cat. Oh, okay. This is.
Yeah, she was being a brat. I tried to show her to you guys.
I saw her. I was laughing because it like knocked the camera a little. 8%. Nice. That's awesome, Cajun. Leanna said 20 pages.
Nice.
Storm read 5%. Nice, Storm. Stephanie just finished her reread of The Mountains.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
That's what I was talking about. She said mentioned in Discord that she loved it so much she like immediately wanted to reread it.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really like
loving it,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the murder show that he was talking about, it's
Okay.
on Hulu. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, it was that one. I'm reading Southern Cousins series.
Oh, okay.
I remember you talking about that last week.
Yeah. There's
Not to be
Southern
mentioned with
Cousins and Southern Sisters.
Yes,
Like,
I was about to say not to get mixed up with the Southern Sisters.
And they both have a book that has Elvis in the title. That's what's funny.
Oh,
I had to meet the magical readathon
I
Discord.
bet.
Too many messages.
that's what a lot of people were saying. They're like, I'm just putting it so if somebody asks me, that's the only messages I get because I can't keep up with all this.
2,000
Yeah, that's
people.
crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And because you would love the journal thread in the magic readathon.
Yeah.
So true. All of you are helping cope with non-normal life. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are converting me from fantasy to cozy mystery. Oh,
That's what I like to hear.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got all through the comments. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
We had a lot to.
Mhm.
Okay,
I wanted
let me-
to.
you.
Oh, yeah,
no,
what were you
you
gonna
go. No.
Okay.
You go. I'm looking for their things so I don't forget.
I wanted to try something really fast. I know we were talking about screen share. So when Tiffany does her giveaway draw, we can do it live on the thing. So I'm going to try it real fast. Share screen. Select window or screen.
Oh yeah, this
Okay.
is like Zoom where you have to now just click on the one that you want to show us.
Allow. And then, okay, so now Tiffany puts it in. You see it at the bottom? Okay. Okay, so this is what, but the thing it says, so like this is my Goodreads page, right? So we could have the raffle and then like, but the only thing is it says it works best with 2 monitors and I have 2 monitors. This is my side monitor. So I might have to do it for you, Tiffany.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. So we can do that for the draw. And let me see if like it actually lets me like type and do stuff. I'm gonna go everybody's favorite. Okay, yep. So it lets me do stuff. There's our lovely Hannah Swinson. Okay, and then I guess you just close the screen out. No.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so when we do the draw, I'll do it for you. So I just had like copy and paste your video, and then you'll announce the people, but like I'll be doing it for you. I'll be your Vanna. I'll be your Vanna White up on the show.
Excellent.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we got figured out. So we can do a live draw for your giveaway.
Yes, that's awesome. I hope it all goes. I mean, I'm using the thing that you sent me for the comments.
Yeah. Do you have it bookmarked? Because I forgot what it was called. It's like raffle something.
It's in the
In our
chat that
chat.
you sent me,
Okay,
so I can go back up and.
Yay. Okay. I'm glad that worked. That was easier than I thought.
And no one got blocked. Oh, Stephanie, who would block you? My goodness. I mean, they might kick you out, but never block you.
Isn't that sad? That's the first book that came to my mind when I'm like trying to
I
like.
already knew. I was like, I know what this is gonna be.
Hello, we can't live without it being mentioned at some point. No. Nobody's mentioned it. The name
It was
is
just a
not said.
picture. It was just a picture and the name.
And I'm for sure not going to be the one that
Yeah,
mentioned
I'm like, okay, a cozy mystery. And that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, of course you are.
it. Oh my gosh. Stephanie. Oh, you guys, I did not mean. I was trying to kick out a infiltrator.
We haven't had any this time. It's been nice.
Yeah. All right. So I got Hannah's pulled up, and then I'll pull up Blake's. So Hannah gave it 4.75 stars. It's So she liked it.
Yeah.
Right.
She says, "Oh my gosh, I love this book. Lucy's friend was such a fun side character. Their shenanigans made me laugh quite a bit. I liked Michael, ? She wasn't for sure of the name. The son of the bike owner / mob boss. He seems like a great love interest. I honestly thought the other love interest was the killer. So she thought Azad was the
Okay.
killer too. His actions seemed fishy. Like he could have bought the restaurant from her parents for a cheap price if she was found guilty of murder. And there was
Yeah.
also a scene towards the end where he was really aggressive towards Lucy. I was honestly going to be shocked if he was revealed as the killer. That would have bumped my overall rating to 5 stars if he was.
So
I
she
agree,
wanted
yeah.
it to be controversial. Yeah.
The only downside isn't even a fault of this book. It's honestly a fault of next week's book, Arsenic and Adobo. They both have similarities, but Hummus and Homicide came out a few years before. Overall, I really enjoyed the book and I'm excited to read the rest. That was
Okay.
Hannah.
Yeah, just from reading hundreds of these, that is a tactic some authors use where they push somebody really hard, so they keep giving clues to make you think it's them, and that's the obvious choice. So I just like saw through it for some reason. But yeah, they did make Azad like a jerk at some points, and he wanted the restaurant. He's like, wait, why do you want to run it now? Like, yeah, I could totally see that.
All right, so Blake is the second one. And she said, I just wanted to let you know I loved the book. 5 stars. And I really wanted Greek food the entire time I was reading. I really enjoyed the characters as well. Can't wait to read the next one.
Awesome.
Nice.
So it sounds like overall everybody really enjoyed it.
Except for a few people DNF'd it, but yeah.
I think like 2 people DNF'd. Lee gave it a 3, but you know, Lee. No, I'm kidding.
Storm gave it a 3.
Well, you know, Storm.
They need to impress me.
Yeah, and maybe we'll go on in the series
Yeah.
and she'll give some 4s and 5s. So
I'm just teasing her anyways.
I'm so excited to read a series together because our opinions differ. So like we're gonna read it a different way. Yeah.
But also I feel like while it's just the first book and I'm like, this is okay, as they go on and I start to like characters more and not like characters, or they change as time goes on, and we'll all get to experience that together at the same time. So that's like an interesting thing we haven't done yet.
Yeah, and there's different things that one likes and the other one doesn't like, and
Yes. And like whenever I keep hearing the name Azad, does anybody keep thinking of like Gilmore Girls when like Luke's sister works at the festival and then they all yell Azad or whatever it is? That's what I'm thinking.
It's been too long. Okay. It's
That's
been too long since I watched it.
Yeah.
Somebody laughing. She said, well, I guess Lee is next on the block list. Lee's always on.
I was going to say, I'm always one comment away from getting on the block list. So.
But on the Discord, she's not because she's a moderator. So she has a free pass on that one. So you got to watch out for Tiffany's channel.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, what was I going to say? So next week, we have the last book club for Killing Time with Cozies. It is the last book club before we start doing the scavenger hunt. So next week on the 28th at noon, we are discussing Arsenic and Adobo. It's by Mia P. Manansala. And then after, whenever we wrap up, I'm going to do the drawing for the 3 Amazon gift cards. And then starting in September, so September 4th is the first Saturday. Is that correct? September 4th?
Yep. And we're just having a normal week.
Yes, there won't be any special event. It'll just be reading sprints and chatting. And then the next week is September 11th, and that is the first scavenger hunt pick, which is going to be replacing the book club. We're going to do the scavenger hunt 2 times a month.
Yep.
The 11th is pick a book recommended. It is by somebody else. It does not have to be a new series to you. It could just be something you're already reading, but people have recommended you read.
Yep.
Or it can be new. It does not have to be a cozy. Of course, we would prefer it to be a cozy, but read whatever you want. I mean, it's all for fun. So that is September 11th. These are all at noon now. September 18th, right? Is that the next one? Is our series read along for this. The next book is called Stabbed in the Baklava, right? Stabbed in the Baklava. It's hilarious. So that will be the 18th.
And we'll also be choosing October scavenger hunt picks then.
Yes, the two. And then the following week, what date is that? The 25th. 25th. We are doing the second scavenger hunt pick, which is a new author to you. It does not have to be
a brand new debut
any way you want.
author.
Yeah.
It could be a debut author or new to you.
Yeah, like author you haven't tried, you want to, a Cozy Mr. author's pen name, a debut author.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the only one in the box that makes you start a new series, if I believe. So,
yeah, which is so funny that we picked it very first thing.
Right.
Which I feel like I have to start a new series because the box is telling me to. Like, how can I?
And there's a lot, and that's why it's funny because it's like we don't want to start a new series, but there's a lot of series I want to try, but it's just it's the defiance where I'm like, I don't want to be told I have to read this book by this date. Like I want to choose at a whim, you know.
Well, it's one thing to start one, and another thing to start 12.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you get to choose which new series you're starting. Nobody's telling you to start this one. So
true.
There is
and
that.
How the discussion is different is so everybody's gonna choose a book. I think that like people can participate more. So that's gonna be non-spoiler. So you're just gonna say like, oh, I liked it, your star rating, what you didn't like. Will you be continuing the series? Is it a beloved? So it's a great way for like people to be like, ooh, I really want to read that, or be like, oh, I like that series too. So it's basically a recommendation every couple weeks. And and so we're not gonna like pick it apart and dissect it. It's gonna be just just non-spoiler your enjoyment for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to see how people interpret the prompts because there's other prompts that are different than these ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we said a month jam-packed with fun. Yay! I'm glad you guys.
That's what I feel like. There's going to be something to do every week. Like it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. The box twisted my arm to start a new series, and I have to do what the box says. So,
you were talking, Tiffany. You wanted to try that like ski resort. Well, I wouldn't do it for one of the prompts. It's like 80 pages. Like it's super short. It's like a novella, basically. Okay. I mean, still try it, but like not for this.
There's so many new series that I want to start that I'm like, I don't know.
I know. I have no idea.
Pick one, it's so hard.
Yeah. What if somebody? Well, we're going to be talking about in Discord. I'm like, what if somebody chooses the same series? That'd be funny.
That's I think would be interesting to see like what other people are going to decide, or if it's like around whatever and somebody picks a color. Would a lot of people pick the same book or something like that? Or they don't want to have to pick something, so they're just going to go and see like what everybody else is reading and be like, all right, I'll read that too. So
yeah, true. And then Mondays, until my schedule changes again, we're doing Monday night reading sprints at 6:30. Those, the only reason I call them intense reading sprints is because they are a lot less chatty and a lot more reading. And then I'm thinking that when my schedule changes, Cozy, I don't know how this works for you. And I know Lisa helps us out sometimes on Mondays and Storm joins us sometime on Mondays, but I have a group ending on Wednesday. So essentially what will happen is we have an older boys group starting on Mondays in a couple weeks. I think it's the second week in September because the first Monday in September is Labor Day. So the second Monday in September. And then essentially our Wednesday night group is ending. So then that'll have several weeks. I don't know how you feel about in a couple weeks bumping it to Wednesday. I don't know if it works for you guys.
Wednesday's even better than Mondays for me because sometimes I'm busy on Mondays. Yeah.
Does that affect you, Lee, at all?
I have to strictly be off by 8:00, but yes, I can make it work. So.
Is it going to be the same time, like 6:30?
Yeah, because I have to I work till 5, and by the time traffic and I get home and eat, 6:30 is. I wish I could do it earlier, but it's so hard.
No. I was just wondering. Because you were saying that you were working till like 8 some days. Is it Fridays you just get home sooner? Is that how you're able to do the Friday sprints?
Yeah, we do. We don't do groups on Friday nights because the reason I work till 8 on some nights is because when we have groups through the week, we don't start until 6 p.m. so that the kids are home from school, all get settled,
all that. Yeah,
and we do it at 6. And so, but on Fridays we don't do groups at all. We only do paperwork and assessments and stuff like that. So we do 8 to 4 on Friday, no matter what. So that's why That's why that works out, which is good because I would not want to work till 8 o'clock on Friday night.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering because I was like, you seem to be home sooner on Friday.
Yeah, Yay. Write new series on some paper and draw one out, Tiffany. You know what? I might have to do that, Storm. That's a really good idea because there's so many that I want to try. So many.
There is a prompt like that where like you pick 5 series or like 5 books, not series, 5 books that you're interested in, and you do a random draw to see which one you end up reading. I feel like people can cheat on that one if they wanted to, but it's fun. Like I'm gonna stick with it. So like it says, you lay them out in 5 or write down 5, and it says read book number 3. You read number 3 that was on the list. So
Wednesdays are great. Wednesdays are good. Okay, good. I think that'll start sometime mid-September ish. I don't remember what date. I don't remember how many weeks we have left in this group. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 3:30. I have no. Okay, good. So
Pacific,
yeah.
So I'm in California. You're in my time zone, it seems. Yeah. So when they say 6:30, it's Eastern. So it's 3:30 for Pacific for us. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say, and this is in no way an insult, whenever I see Lyanna Shank, I think Lyanna Stark from Game of Thrones.
I do too.
So
I thought it was that at first. It's a character from Game of Thrones, Lyanna Stark. Like that's her name.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, no, it's Shank.
I thought I see it every time, and I'm like, oh, she's a fan. And whether she's or not, she's going to be Lyanna Stark in my mind. So
That's funny. That's why I didn't know who it was. I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
recognize that even when you said it, I'm like, who? Because I've never seen Game of Thrones. So. Gotcha.
You guys have plans for the rest of the day?
I am going over to my grandma's to visit her because normally I go over on Saturday mornings and have coffee, and she usually we'd take over something for breakfast, or she has breakfast or something like that. But she had her retirement home community had a meeting, so she was going to that. And then
I miss my grandma so much. Give her a hug for me. Aww.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Wake up my husband. It's like noon now. Get some lunch and just hang out.
there you go.
I need to catch up on some housework now that my shoulder is better. My house was a freaking mess because I couldn't move for a week, basically.
Oh,
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not raining here, so I'm going on a bike ride with my sister.
Oh, nice.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
Because, you think like, oh, a nice bike ride. My sister's, this is a workout. I just want to go on a nice leisurely in the shade bike ride. That's not what's going to happen. So
when you post your marathons, I think you're wearing a running shirt right now.
I am. Yeah, this is one of the running shirts.
We run, we talk, we whine, we laugh. Soul Sisters. Oh, cute. Yeah, she'll put on Discord in one of the other side groups that you'll do marathons. Is that your sister that you do it with in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was like the Soul Sisters, but we're sisters. Yeah.
So you're like, oh, that's kind of nice. She's like, no, uphill, it's 5 miles.
Yes. And we start to, what would be fun? No, whatever you're about to say is not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. And then like all the people at my job who my sister worked there with us for years and then left to go to another job. All of them saw like her weight loss transition. So they're like, you know what I need? I need your sister to train me. I'm like, go for it. You're going to regret saying that, because she's not going to be nice,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like her thing, and I'm like, Ava, I feel like I'm going to throw up. She's like, all right, go ahead. I'll wait for you. And I'm like, no, that means we're done. I'm going home for the day.
Which is so funny because what I picture is you as a weight loss drill sergeant.
Yeah.
That's what I picture as your sister.
Yes.
Like your personality, but only in like weight loss guru form. Like I can totally see you saying like, throw up, Tiffany. I'll wait. Like I can see.
She's like, I have a water ready for you. You can rinse your mouth out. It's okay. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go home. And every time it's like, go big or go home. And we're not going home because we're already out here. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh my God. And see, I love working out. So if I didn't have like my back issues and all that, I say it now, but like, I would love to be around your sister, but I'd probably be like, F you.
That's it. And she'd be like, it's okay. We can go slow, but we're going to keep going. And I'm like, please, I don't want to. But
oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Well, see, I don't like running. Like, can't do that.
she's like, running is just walking, Leanne, but you're just doing it faster. And I'm like, no, it's really not.
No.
It's
Your
really
lungs
not.
are burning and you're dying.
Yeah. She's always
I
about like,
did
can't have an excuse, no excuses.
I did an intense boot camp class one time.
Oh gosh, those seem like the worst.
And it was like an intense one. So, and I was in way, way better shape than what I am now. I didn't have some of the diagnosis that I had now. So anyways, I'm much more sedentary just because of needs. But so I was much thinner, much, much better shape. And I was running a lot at that time. And when I finally got to the point where I wasn't throwing up every class, Lee, because that guy was exactly like your sister. That guy, yes. He was like, well, bring orange juice next time. Like, I mean, no sympathy. He's kind of like a lot like your sister, but I mean, I'll tell you, I got a lot of results too. At the same time as me like cussing him out in my head, I got a lot of results. When it finally got to the point, I'll never forget this. When it finally got to the point where I felt like I wasn't going to throw up, he literally would look at you and say, this looks like it's getting too easy. And I'm like, not too easy, just to the point where I'm not throwing up. And he made me put on a weighted vest because he thought it was too.
You're like, okay, I finally don't want to die. And now you're
a weighted vest and did the whole workout in this weighted vest.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm cussing you worse than my husband. Like,
and if you make Tiffany cuss,
right?
I mean, it was, oh boy, it was something else. Naps are nice. Oh, because Steph said she's going to take a nap.
That's probably in my future since I slept 3 hours.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I'm
Watching
like wide awake.
Last night's sprints. Nice, Sophia. Storm said I need to clean my room. I need to finish laundry. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Jessa said I need to clean my room as well. Throwing up is not a good motivator for me to keep going.
No.
See? He'd be like, well, bring orange juice. And I'm like,
how does that help?
How about it? I guess it's like settles your stomach or whatever. I don't know. To me, I don't know, except that I hate throwing up. I mean, not that anybody likes it. Like the actual, gosh.
And I'm like violent. Like when I do it, my God, it's like projectile.
I like shoot like blood vessels in my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some people are dainty and I'm like, exorcist. My husband's like, are you okay in there? Like,
oh my goodness.
And it's like at 4 a.m.
Really weird direction.
Boot camp's at like 4 a.m. too, right? Like really early in the morning normally.
Well, I did it really late at night, didn't I?
Oh, okay.
Like at 5:30. Well, not late at night. That's not what I mean. But it was like
I was like, what, 11?
No. It was like 5:30 in the evening. Oh my gosh, it was like, and I hate that feeling. Not of like getting ready. Like I would feel so shaky.
Yes.
Before I started feeling the nausea, I would get and like, I hate that feeling. Let's start associating working out with being miserable instead of being fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger ale would be better. Exactly. All right, guys. Are you ready to wrap up for the day?
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Gotta go get my workout on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're doing your bike ride.
We want you to get to your bike ride. And Cozies only had like 3 hours sleep, which is nonsense.
And I'm like wired. Well, I did have an energy drink and have coffee, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I'm going to head over to my grandma's. And we will see you all on Monday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. More reading, less chatting, hopefully. That's always the goal. But I feel like we do really good on those. We've stayed really good on those. So, yes, may the force be with you, Lee.
Thank you.
Can you get your sister to come on sometime? She should lead us in an exercise. She should lead us in a group exercise.
Oh, God.
She would be so excited for that. Do not get her involved. Do not get. I finished my weekly vlog, but I will see if she'll let me record her a little bit while we're out there.
Yeah.
When is your vlog going up?
That would be awesome.
Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll put it up Monday.
Cool.
But yeah,
cool.
I'll see. She'll probably be like. She'll either be like, no, or she'll be like, sure. And then it'll be like, can you give him a tip? And she'll have like a whole list of them or whatever. I'll see what happens. I'll see what I can do.
Cool. Tell her we would love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's scared of you, Tiffany, by the way. Because One
I was
time,
like, how?
one time, I don't know how she heard. Oh, I was on the phone. It was during a sprint, and we were sprinting. I was talking to you. I was talking to her, and you said, like, all right, everybody, how was your sprinter? She thought you said, books down, eyes up, everybody. And she's like,
Like,
she's, I would be scared of her, Leanne. When I'm in a sprint, she's like, I'll let you go. I don't want Tiffany to get mad. I'm like,
oh, was she the same one where you're
Oh my
like,
God.
you did something on a Saturday, we had the Saturday off, and she's like, well, what about your book club? And you're like, it's not
Yes.
this. And she goes, well, what are you guys gonna do? Like, what are you
Oh
gonna do
my
with
gosh.
your lives because you don't have 1 week off?
If she ever comes on live, remind me of that because I will do that to her just like the first time she's on there. Just like
You have scared my husband before, like when I'll be playing it on the TV and you're like, hi everybody. And he'll be like, like jump because you're just so loud.
oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah,
And he's
I
like,
always
is
think
she
about
really
I would
like
love
that?
to
And
do
I'm
that
like,
to
yeah.
her, like because I feel like that's how she'd be with exercise. So I should be that way with books with her.
yeah, she was like, she goes, every time, she's like, oh, it's Saturday. She goes, books down, eyes up, everybody. Come on.
And
Oh
she's
my
the
God.
drill sergeant
Right.
with the workout.
That's
Oh my gosh.
hilarious. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, everybody have a good rest of your day, whatever you plan on doing. And we will see you all on Monday.
All right,
Yep.
I'll see you guys.
All right.
Right.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
everyone.
Bye.